Twisted genius,
Hey.
baby.
I can live out my closet before I go broke. I got too many
Yes, sir.
Too many tango to sleep. I might choke. I be sipping no syrup. I ain't driving no boat. Me and the store, she don't know which one go. This bitch think that she slick, but I'm buying them both.
How are we doing today, ladies and gentlemen?
I'm a hyena since everyone goes. Team full of shooters pull up in they scope. I got the drop on the opposite go. I get 200 rats every night for a show. I know it's a blessing.
What a track, man.
I just hope I can dunk in the heaven. I just fucked on the ashes for breakfast. I hope she ain't messy. I just be fucking bitches. Don't be testing them. It ain't no in the middle. Shoot the messenger. He won't let nobody get the
Peak flow, man. Yeah, remember when Lil Baby could rap back in the day, man? Back in the day. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's the new Wednesday. Not really. All right, that's going to have people thinking the stream day has changed. It hasn't. All right, this is just delayed from yesterday. It's a Thursday. It's a request stream, and we out here. It's going to be a blast, ladies and gentlemen. What happened to Lil Baby? That's a good question. You could do a full-on analysis right here. When was the last time he dropped? The last album he dropped was The Leaks, right? Which wasn't that long ago, technically, December 2025, but I think that's a little bit of came and wentness right there. Oh yeah, and there was also Wham last year. Remember Wham? A couple good tracks on there at least. But we out here. Another request stream. Queue is looking solid so far, and it is indeed still open. So how are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? You know, I saw Movie Madman say a little earlier on in the queue here, before the stream began, having a normal, non-discount stream after the last 3 have been discount streams almost feels surreal. I didn't even realize the last 3 had been, but there's a small part of me, all right, that's contemplating making the discount for album requests a little bit more of a permanent feature, potentially. I mean, the discount streams are a lot of fun, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense. You know, album requests are a bigger thing, so, you know, it's almost like a bulk discount, if you will. Kind of makes sense. I'm thinking about it. How much Gangstar have you heard? Not enough, Gino. Like, barely anything. I actually have been meaning to check them out for the longest time. I don't think I could tell you, like, there's maybe like a couple Gangstar songs that I've heard, and one of them was like Family and Loyalty with J. Cole in 2019, because I was looking into that whole feature run at some point. Other than that, like their older stuff, couldn't really tell you anything from there that I've listened to. Always been meaning to, though. Always been meaning to. I only found out recently that Wham stood for Who Hard Is Me, which is funny when you think about it. I mean, hey, Lil Baby had a whole lot of hardness going on earlier in his career, you know? What were even the album names? I can't remember. The main thing that's coming into my mind is The Hardest Ever, but that's a will.i.am song, so I don't think that's what I'm thinking of. Harder Than Hard. Yeah, that's a good one. Too Hard and Harder Than Ever. He's the hardest rapper, man. He's the hardest rapper. I love it when Travis Scott fiend all over Odysseus in the Odyssey. Let's go. Let's go. We need some more Odyssey bars in here. You can absolutely start your G1 glaze whenever, Killjoy. I'm looking forward to hearing it. Also, I was trying to do like the YouTube dual stream thing for this one, you know, where it's like it does a vertical stream as well as the horizontal stream, but they're they don't have a feature built into YouTube yet where you can change like what the vertical crop is like, and it's not the worst, but it's a bit janky. So I'm gonna look into like setting up a crop myself through my streaming software for a vertical stream kind of thing, because that'll definitely be way more accurate than anything YouTube could do automatically. They haven't rolled out the feature to everyone yet where you can change where the crop is like through YouTube's streaming dashboard, so we'll figure that out in the future. If he's the hardest rapper, you should maybe get that checked out with a doctor. I mean, hey, they say if it's longer than 4 hours, I think he did it over the span of like a whole year. So definitely need to get that checked out, Mr. Baby. I mean, basically like 7 years if we're going all the way to Who Hard Is Me. Crazy stuff. Anyway, off of this tangent, let's get started with the queue today, ladies and gentlemen. First one we got in the queue comes in from Rest in Pog. Also, thank you for that one. KJ, thank you very much. I butchered that, I'm sure, but Rest in Pog saying, I aspire to this level of slandering that Quo has executed here. Shout out to Quo. I know Quo has, well, basically works in collaboration with Spectre, co-runs the Spectre account and whatnot. So I'm excited to hear this and see how this is gonna go. It's shebang. Manish on the beat, but the beat is Hickory Dickory Dock. All right. Let's see how this is going to go. Should be a pretty fun way to start it off. Streamlabs is looking a little janky on my end. Will it work when I press play? Cannot perform this action until the media is loaded. It should fucking be loaded, bro. We love it. Functional. Is it going to work? There we go.
Manish on the beat, shebang. All of my ops, they dead.
Already, man.
Gas me up. Where does it go? My head. How much I got? A lot. Don't leave again, I won't. Thinking of trying me, do like Bryson, pussy ass nigga, and don't.
This is the most whimsical shebang version ever.
Shorty keep asking a date. She trying to finesse Poly Market for bread. Where's the beef? It's cooked.
With the Quavo ad-libs as well.
He's booked. Don't even recognize none of these names at the top of the charts.
I look.
Am I upset a bit? Last one you dropped was shit. I did press play on that hoe.
Mid, skip.
What should I take? A trip?
Amazing.
Who should I take? His bitch. Tennis lessons with a Nike skirt on and an ass popping.
The most fitting mashup ever.
They need one. The mirrors right here, I see one.
Bro's ghostwriters gave up on him. He had to get help from Adonis.
What kind of clip? Extendo. What kind of switch? Not Nintendo. Y'all hanging out with friends though. They hanging out
the window.
What's up with gang? We back. What's in my raps? It's facts. She said she missed me all caps. That ain't better than that.
You know, I don't even dislike shebang, man.
I know it get better than that. I know it get better than that. I know
it
Amazing. Get better than that.
Spectre put Biggie's verse from Hypnotize on a Neptune's beat and it sounded fire. I heard that one actually. It made me like the song more than I actually like the original version, because Hypnotize I think is slightly overrated. But yeah, that one sounded real sick. I'm never going to be able to listen to the original the same way again. You know what? It's interesting because I liked Shebang. Like, I thought Shebang was a pretty fun song. I didn't hate it. Yeah, there's definitely that one. I remember that. Rest in Pug. Manish on the beat, Shebang. All of my ops, they're dead. But, like, I don't hate the original track. But when you hear the writing on the song, maybe a lot of it lies with the beat, because when you hear the writing of this track over this Hickory Dickory Dock beat, it's like, man, that is some pretty, like, it's like nursery rhyme-ass writing a little bit. Have you heard JFK to LAX? I have not, Gino. That one does not sound familiar to me. But yeah, this is making the writing on Shebang stand out a little bit more to me, and that might be a bad thing. But I think it works with the production Drake has on the actual song itself. This one does kind of highlight it a bit more, though, and make me, you know, rethink things a little bit. I'm going to give that one, I mean, it's a peak mashup. You can't get any better than that.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Hell yeah. Quo is a really bad guy. Hold on, what is this about, Drew? I was not aware of this. Sucks that Spectre keeps him around because Spectre is a cool dude. Spectre is really cool. I've met Spectre in person a couple times here. And yeah, really chill guy. But I don't know what the whole Quo thing is here. I haven't heard anything in that lane. If Biggie were still alive, imagine him over beats from Kanye, Pharrell, Just Blaze, Boy Wonder, and more. That flow and that voice over those beats, Alex, that's a dream right there, man. If only. If only. This reminds me of that mashup of Too Hard for the Radio over the beat from the Fresh Prince theme song. That sounds kind of banging as well. That sounds pretty crazy. Oh yeah, no problem at all, Ashab. I'll keep that in mind for when we get around to it. You know, this is actually reminding me, the other day, actually when my friend was over visiting from Scotland, we were at a mall that's kind of close-ish to where I live, and some guy like in a store there like came over to me. This is relevant to Drake a little bit here, which is why I'm bringing it up now. So he came over, he's like, oh hey, are you like CDTVProductions? And he's like, oh yeah, I've seen your Drake reactions. And like I started sweating a little bit. I was like, oh man, someone's recognized me in Toronto. They know me from my Drake reactions, specifically like the Iceman and Made of Honor Habibti ones, and I was like, how's this gonna go? How's this gonna go? But then he shook my hand and we had a pretty chill conversation about it. He preferred Made of Honor out of all the albums, which to each their own. But I'm more of an Iceman guy, but he was super chill, so shout out to him. I was like, man, conversation about Drake in Toronto, it's getting scary, man. It's getting scary. The more I revisit Iceman, the more I appreciate how consistent the track list is. I mean, hey, I still think it's the best of the three. I remember the guy that recognized me there. He was saying he wasn't a big fan of the kind of bitterness of the album, which I've seen a lot of people say. I completely get that perspective because it is a bit of like it's a bitter album, right? But I like the fact that it gave him something to rap about that, I kind of feel somewhat invested in. But I can definitely see that sort of like ugly veneer to the album a little bit. So he was a nice man. He was a nice man, yeah. I was scared of the six. Exactly. We don't have to imagine Biggie over those beats. We could just ask Spectre to make those mashups. That's a good point. Thank you for that one. You're a music lover. Much appreciated. Thank you for that one. Let's go. But yeah, it was cool as well just to have some, meet somebody over here that like recognized me from reactions that I've made recently as well, because there's been times where I've been like recognized kind of recently where it's like people like, oh, I grew up watching your videos, like I used to watch your videos, and that's still cool. But it was nice to meet up with someone who's like, oh yeah, I watched these videos that you posted like, what was it, like a couple months ago. That was really nice. So shout out to that guy. Any tips for essay writing? I am the wrong guy to ask. All right, I became a YouTuber instead of getting my school qualifications, so I'm the wrong one to ask. I could write a script, but an essay? No, that is unfortunately not my area of expertise, Zaraya. I'm sorry. I wish I could help though. From a certain point of view, Iceman is Drake's kamikaze. I can see it. I think the comparison there is actually, it makes a lot of sense. I think that works. Did anybody see the verses between YG and Game? I did not. I heard a little bit about it, though. Who won that one? I think it was... Whoever won it was by a pretty large margin, though. YG versus Game versus... YG won 19-3? That's insane. How do versus battles actually work? I feel like I've asked this before, but how do they decide who gets, like, the point? Is it like a vote thing, or how does it actually work? YG should have performed Tiffany to Sweep. Amazing. So, thank you for kicking that one off today. Rest in Pog. Let's see what we get going on to our next one, coming in from Will John Anderson Edwards. Hold on, the name is being rearranged. That's crazy. 645 AR, okay. God Chose Me featuring Tyga. Tyga's going to be a relevant player, if you will, in the next video that I'm working on, which I'm looking to ideally drop tomorrow. It's going to be a banger, so keep an eye out for it. But let's see what he's going to be doing on this track right here. YG has all the hits, so not going to lie, I get it. I mean, yeah, I think Game has some of the more, like, all-timer hits, but YG, I could name, like, a bigger proportion of his hits. Like, a Game has Hate It or Love It with 50 Cent, but man, a good chunk of YG's debut album, if My Crazy Life was his debut, right? Like, a good chunk of that album is just like singles and hits that still fit, of course, within the context of the album, but like there was a lot of bangers on there, man. So yeah, I could see it from that perspective. Yeah, you're looking at the track list, that's crazy. Finally, CDTV is dropping the long-awaited best Tyga songs to have sex to video. It's been a long time in the works. It's one of those special projects, it's kind of like the MGK, DJ Khaled albums videos, the Logic No Pressure review. It's one of those real personal and very, very hard worked on videos, Game didn't perform Alibaba, eh? Sadly. Ah, that's a missed opportunity right there. Come on now. So, let's see what Will John Anderson Edwards is saying for this one. Here is my actual full name, self-docs, with the hyphen included. Did you know a 645AR and Taiga collab exists? Well, it indeed does, and it is certainly interesting. I hope we don't get Horny Taiga on here, but surely we're not going to on a song called God Chose Me. Like, come on, where's the opportunity for the horny bars on this one? I need Taiga to just tone it down a bit. All right. This is produced by Pharaoh Vice, Nick Mira, OK Tanner, and Boy Band. Not to be confused with Boy in a Band.
See, the mission's still the same. Niggas got a stack of stars.
Wait, Swamp Izzo?
Either way, you reppin' at Jackson Ave. T-Raw 645.
That's crazy. When was this? 2022?
Swamp Izzo.
Okay, man. If Taiga is matching this energy, it's gonna be crazy if you're right, Movie Man. We gotta see. All right. Draco, just like me, it's gonna squeak, okay? He's got some wordplay in there a little bit. Interesting cadence for the hook. I kind of want to hear Taiga do this vocal style, but I feel like he's gonna come through on typical Taiga timing. Let's see. He might do a bit of his like higher pitched singing though. We're almost there. Let's see. Oh no, he is doing it.
I put them things on their feet. I spent 500 on lease. I spent 1 mil on my ring. Water with the wrist, Scotty with a sister.
There he is.
Ghetto bitch with the big lips. She just wanna kiss on me. Yeah. Rock band, make the drummer kick. In the color in with the 510. She ain't leaving with me. That's nonsense. No weed.
Genius. Genius. We gotta learn the brands that rappers talk about right here, alright? I think he said in the Cullinan with the fine tint. Genius, of course. Sorry, I just gotta... Sometimes you gotta rag on Genius a little bit. This is what Genius thinks he said. It was in the Cullinan, man. The Rolls Royce. Not that.
Waste my time, you
love it.
I need more, it's not enough. Ain't nobody I could trust. Blow my mind, don't blow me up, don't fold. I go X Games mode for the slave I chose. Ayy, ultimate shit.
Jesus. What a collab. This is how you have chemistry with an artist. Yeah. He matched the vibe, I guess.
By now you shouldn't be confused. You should understand this gonna sound different. You did.
Hey. Bro sounds like a submarine sonar on this song. Amazing. Wow. So, God chose 645 AR and Taiga. I have one question for God. How dare you, sir? My God. This bridge from Taiga, man, he actually matched the vibe. I was surprised. I wasn't expecting it. I thought he would come through with a more typical flow on it. And I don't know if I would have preferred that. We kind of got that when he kind of eased into the verse a little bit more. Mixing was so awkward. I don't know how much he got paid for this, but probably not enough to send his verse off for the mixing. But I guess I can appreciate that you kind of matched the energy of the song on the bridge. Rather than just going for a super typical flow, it's an interesting experiment. Let's label it that way. All right. I mean, hey, they say if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Don't care. Don't care. Still don't care. I don't care.
That's why you let the rating system speak for you. Tyga sounded like he was recording his verse inside a rubber ducky. Pretty much nailed it. And again, technically fits the vibe in some way. And listen, I'm not gonna say anything else, all right? Nothing nice to say. I'm sorry, if Tyga proceeds to do sex bars on a track with someone with this level of... You know what? I didn't think about it that way, Killjoy. I didn't think about it that way. God, what an odd individual Tyga is. And the music doesn't help. To be fair, they didn't say that God chose them to do anything good. Somebody has to cause chaos, right? That's a good point. God put them on Earth to wreak some havoc. Thank you for that one. Will Anderson Edwards, much appreciated, man. And yeah, always good to get my daily fill of Tyga. So, let's see what we're going to get hopping on to the next one. This one comes in from that guy you saw at Danny's. Hold on, this should be a bit of a vibe switch here. Big old Mac. Well, not that one. The other the other white Mac in the rap game. That guy you saw at Danny's is saying, I know, even to this day, a lot of people say it was unfair for Macklemore to have won Best Rap Album in the 2014 Grammys over Kendrick Lamar. However, I believe if this song was added to the track list, a lot of people might actually agree with it. Okay. Pardon me. I still think that they wouldn't, but that does seem to be setting this up to be a good track. Like, I think that's something, you know, people wouldn't have been happy about either way, and I don't think like a singular song would necessarily change that. However, if it's a good track, I'm going to be happy about that in its own right. Daily Phil? Well, it's a normal phrase. It's a normal phrase. So, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis with Spoons featuring Ryan Bedard. Let me get up a Genius page for this one. Trying to see how this goes. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is this unruly mess I've made. Let's see how this one goes. Thank you for sending this in. Someone requests Marleek, Birth of a Winner. I've heard that absolute classic. Come on now.
And she's like, can you undo my bra strap? I try to play it cool in my head. I'm like,
wait, am I getting them?
And she's like, I'm tired. And I'm like,
shit.
Oh man, I was about to crush the coochie like a tall can. Yeah, cause my girl's thick. She got a booty, man. And a big old belly looking like Gucci, man. I keep my jewelry on.
You know what? This serves me right for trying to have a sincere conversation, all right? I took it genuinely. I took it like genuinely, oh yeah, this is one track. It's going to be like deep. It's going to be moving. He's going to be touching on some real social, political issues on this track. And that's why this would have changed the whole conversation about the Grammys and him winning the best rap album. Yeah, that's not what's going on here at all.
She love my dookie chain. But guess what? That's my boo-boo thing. Who? My boo-boo thing. Who? My boo-boo thing. She get too comfortable. Bathroom door open when she boo-boo-ing. I whisper in her ear, are you awake? Kissed her
I don't need to know that, man.
Say goodnight. You my babe.
Every time I go to sleep, I wish that you were next.
What in the AJR?
Two people that were meant to be under the sheets. I'm spooning you, you're spooning. Every time I go to sleep, I wish that you were next to me.
Wait, this is the closing track on the album it's from? My word.
Me and you, let's get lost in these bed sheets. At the very least, press my D against your left cheek. She said 50 Shades of Grey was the best read. I'm more of a Giving Tree type of guy. Shel Silverstein, he's awesome. She keeps talking, might as well be in the seminar.
Stop, man.
I'm stuck, completely numb in my left arm. Her knees are bony. I need my homies. And that sounds weird, but I need my homies. You watched ahead on the 4th season of Game of Thrones?
Oh, hell no.
I hold that against you. I wanna
Immediately
you,
dated this song.
I'm resentful with your lame claims that we had different schedules. We did. I've seen your Netflix queues. You're busted. Can I even trust you? Do you even know what love is? She put her hand on my D and started to rub it. All of a sudden I succumbed, said fuck it, and then busted. Sleep time.
Every time I go to sleep, I wish that you were next to me.
This truly was his unruly mess he has made. I mean, that's what the end of the second verse seemed to be about. He was making quite the unruly mess there.
Every time I go to sleep, alone without you next to me. Two people that were meant to be.
He said Mac needed to get pelted with rocks for this. Jesus. Like, he's tapping into, like, old school goofy Macklemore on this one. What's that song he had? And We Danced? He's tapping into And We Danced Macklemore on this track.
Don't trip, girl. You know I got you. Let's take it all off. No costumes. See, I'm a man, but every now and then in bed I know when to say, all right, it's my turn to be the small spoon. But tonight,
It's comfy.
put my hands
Like,
around your waist,
fair.
feel those little prickly hairs that you miss shaving your legs, and say, good night, my love. It's been one hell of a day. And you reply, I'm sleeping. Space. Every time I go to sleep, I wish that you were next to me.
Wow.
Two people that were meant to be under the sheets. I'm spooning you, you're spooning me. Spoon me.
Jesus.
2015.
Okay. So I got set up with this one. I was thinking we were going to get something genuine on this. I mean, there could be plenty of genuine feelings in here, of course, but man, that is like one of the more AJR style Macklemore tracks that I've heard, and I think that kind of speaks for itself. Really lightweight. I don't know if it's like it almost feels like a cheap criticism to say this, but it does feel a bit, you know, like royalty-free-esque advertising music type instrumental, very light, airy, but in a way that just feels kind of like obnoxiously commercial. And Ryan Lewis has a lot of like great production. He does generally have a cleaner and more commercial sound, of course, but like this is way too far in that direction. And some of the writing, man. Some of the writing. Just horrendous. Wasn't a big fan of the hook either. It's not the worst. Right as I was going to say, this is not the worst thing I ever heard, I just read Killjoy's message. Yeah, this was about the worst thing I've ever heard. I've definitely heard worse, but yeah, this is a pretty rough listen. I liked him, you know, shouting out his novel taste during the second verse, though. That's pretty interesting. I would give that one. Thank you for that one, Gino. Is it better or worse? It's better than the 645AR Tyga track, right? Like, this is like bad, but in a different way. This is like, you know, lightweight, goofy, cringy bad. Maybe a 4? Maybe that's too high. I'm feeling like it is, but I'm going with that for now. Going with that for now. He really called out his girl for watching ahead on Game of Thrones, and like season 4 is it's a great season, but come on, man. Instantly dates the track as well. I feel like it's kind of inevitable when you make references to stuff that's current at that time. It's inevitably going to become dated eventually, and I feel like that has, especially because of how a lot of us have just tried to forget about Game of Thrones. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms was a banger show, all right? That's kind of bringing it back a little bit, but man, I still feel a little hurt by Game of Thrones when I think about that, the last 2 seasons, really, and some people would say even earlier than that. Reset stream for Spoons when it could go on a bad songs roulette. It could be part of that. Speaking of that, it's been a minute since one of those. We need to hop back onto the reset streams. They're always a blast. Technically, this was only included as a bonus track on the deluxe for the album. Okay, that's a little bit more reasonable. As a closing track for an album, I think this would be a pretty bad way to end it. As something that's a bonus for the deluxe, it makes more sense under that context. Even if that makes it the last song of the deluxe, it's fine as a bonus, I guess. I don't think it's on streaming. No, there's no way. They're hiding it. I speak for everyone when I say we need a streaming release of Spoons. No, it's not there. Oh, has someone uploaded it as a podcast episode on Spotify? That seems to be how people get around uploading stuff that's not on there. Is this actually it? No, this is 37 minutes. Oh, this is a review thing. It's a podcast called Music Hell. By far the worst song we've covered and the maddest we've gotten on air. I might have to tap into that. We talk about Macklemore's cringe fest Spoons and the corny rapper's history of diminishing his attempts to talk about serious issues by tripping over his own self-serving unawareness. Other topics include Macklemore hanging out with cops, his 9/11 conspiracy tweet, and how we wish he would mackle less. Bro, I might have to tap in, see what's going on here. He's got some good music, though. Like, Macklemore has, like, some good tracks and some good intentions here and there, you know? I don't hate him, you know? Or his music, rather, I should say. Picture this. The heist was against Good Kid Mad City, Yeezus, and nothing was the same. The heist has a lot of bangers, all right? The heist is, like, the Macklemore album I would be the most likely to listen to if I was to pick one to listen to, you know? I don't really come back to it that much, but if, like, you know, I was forced to pick one, it would be that one. But against those albums, man, they're all better. They're all better. Wouldn't mind a little Mackle less, Jordan Peele. What a quote. What a quote. We need that Revival reset stream soon. I think so. You know, Revival is another album that is a little bit relevant to my next video that's going to be coming out, ideally tomorrow. And in that segment of that video, I talk about the fact how, man, Revival was like almost a decade ago now. That's really weird because that's like an album that I covered when it dropped, like when it was new, man. And we're almost as far removed from Revival as Revival was from Eminem's return with Relapse. Like, that's crazy. How is it happening, bro? Crazy stuff. Macklemore seems like a co-dude that has very little artistic talent. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I wouldn't say, like, little artistic talent. I think he's got, like, some solid artistic talent. I think he, what's even the right way to put it? I don't know if I'd like saying like he makes missteps is the right way to say it, but like he definitely wouldn't be my go-to rapper. If I had to give him a rating, it would maybe be like overall maybe a 6.5 out of 10, 7 out of 10 rapper. But like someone that I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to outside of a couple, like, you know, his more popular tracks, his hits. Revival has 2 interludes and at most 5 good songs. That makes 12 bad songs to react to. One day we'll do the Revival reset stream, you know? It has to happen. It has to happen. It would be a classic. So, Thank you for that one right there. That guy you saw at Danny's. I did not realize the setup until it was too late. But to follow that up, we have a request coming in from Ash M. Hey, this could be the mythical short stream today. We got about 5 requests in the queue at the moment. We'll see where it goes. If it is a short one, I can edit more of my video today. So, hey, either or, it's a W. Ash M was saying earlier in the live chat here, FYI CDTV, my song I've submitted up next is about maintaining close friends as an autistic person with the metaphor of draw close like drawing with a pen in case the metaphor gets lost. Okay, no worries. I'll be keeping an eye out for that within the track right here. Have you done a worst rappers in the game for him? You know, I've never done a Macklemore one. That would be interesting. Because I do like, at this point in worst rappers in the game, covering rappers that are a little bit like, in a different subgenre to many of the ones I've covered already. That's why I really loved doing the Dax and Hobson episodes. Like, those were some of the most fun ones for me because it was something a little different. And, you know, I had different things to say in there. You know, other people I want to cover in that similar vein at some point is like NF, for example, and probably a couple other people that I can't think of off the top of my head right now. Baby No Money, Mr. BB you know, that's a little different to plenty of the rappers I've covered in there as well. So I'd like to just broaden it a little bit. I think it's really fun that way. Macklemore always has good intentions, but the execution is always spotty. That's true. Remind Me is a guilty pleasure for me. All right, Alex, you got to tap in to this new video when it drops. All right, that's all I'll say. So, thank you for this link right here, but this is not the request, ladies and gentlemen, for Ash M. So let's check out the tip message right here. Ash is saying, hey CDTV, hope you're doing well. Been a minute. Here's a link to a demo for a song I'm working on for my album, The Gallery. Enjoy. Appreciate you sending this one in, man, and good to see you here as well. Everything's going good for me. Hope everything is going well for you also. Let's open up this Google Drive link and see how this track is going to go. Draw Close Demo. Nice. Let me just put some song name text up on the screen, make it clear what we're listening to right here. Mental with Draw Close Demo. For sure, ski. There we go. Hear me out. Worst rappers in the game for I Show Speed. Hold on. How much music does he have out there? Maybe it could be done. Maybe it could be done. So, thank you for sending this one in, Ash. Let's see how it goes.
Reach for me. Draw close to me.
Hey.
Ask me to draw close. I see you make it look so beautiful. Line control exquisite, irrefutable. I'm messy and there's ink around my cuticles. Push transparent under the heat.
That already feels a bit like Lupe Fiasco-esque to me with the production, storytelling style. It's cool. Hey, thank you, Xriptic. Much appreciated, man.
Make on others, fresh lines to cross. I see them in your smile a lot. Something tells me I'm not meant to try. Draw close with a small dose of watercolor meant to be thicker than this. Didn't like my depiction of it. I still life moving, I can observe, but my image will twist. The tricks and the wrist left my dominance for inks much to miss. Draw close, restain the restrained fingers, learn boldness is fantasy. Prints of closeness to prove what you have with me. Extremities, I'm losing them handily. Digits shaky, my values lost in pursuit of transparency.
Hey, how's it going on too? Yeah, sure.
Draw close, a quiet switch to pencil.
How would I find you on there?
Pens illustrated contrast too well. I can't ignore those and can't efface it. Don't understand my lines, then I'll erase it. Can't be burdened by the needless. What the blood bank foreclosed. Draw close. I wish you'd ask any more. Words shallow as the surface on which you asked me to draw. Touched it. Paper cut. Red line cast on my forefinger. Past me from drawing. Linger till I can't anymore. Draw close. My pen never reaches the surface. My pencil never reaches the surface.
So that's Ash M in the chat there, Drizzy.
Reaches the surface. I never reach for the surface. Never reach for
Hey, how's it going, Racer Ghost? How are things?
Reach for me. Reach for me. Reach for me. Draw close to me.
Yeah, almost reminded me of, like I was saying, and obviously meant in a complimentary way, a Lupe Fiasco style of songwriting with this extended metaphor going on throughout the entire thing, and that slower, steadier instrumental. That, of course, coming with a steadier delivery as well from Mental, aka Ash M. I thought that one was really smooth. Very well put together. Ooh, what card did you get, Racer Ghost? Excited to hear about it, man. I would give that one a... So obviously, demo form, the, mixing isn't, fully fleshed out here, but I still think this is a kind of track that can even work with a little bit of a rawer format to the sound, if that makes sense. But I'd go like a nice, strong 7 at the moment, I think. I think the extended metaphor of it really works. I think it comes together really well. Yeah, strong 7 to a low 8 for that one. Good stuff, man. Very nice. Ooh, Toyota. There we go. Going for the nice, reliable ones. I'm not familiar with the Ego, I don't think, though. Let me check this out. Ah, nice. Okay. Hell yeah. What kind of color? Looks like a good wee cruiser. Hey, well, congrats on the car, Racer Ghost. Nice stuff, man. Nice stuff. Ah, navy blue has been a major inspiration for me lately. Kind of drawing from him here. Thank you, man. Okay, that's cool. Well, thank you for sending this in, Ash, and keep up the good work. I think this one sounded pretty great, and the writing, as it tends to be on your tracks, very slick, very well laid out. Thank you very much for that one. How you feel about Danhausen? Gotta be the carniest character ever. Can't be organic like a Santino either, because TKO shoves it down our throats like yeeting. Yeah, I mean, the debut was pretty bad, of course. I think a lot of people weren't super into that. Then after that, I was kind of getting into like the Danhausen stuff, and then yeah, they ran it into the ground real fast. And thankfully I'm not watching it week to week either way, but whew, they know how to run something into the ground ASAP. Hey, no problem at all, Racer Ghost. We are free from the torture for a little bit. It's all right. We're still surviving out here. Killjoy saying right here, I mean, hell, that was pretty great. Obviously, mixing has to be a little bit better, but outside of that, really well written, good flows, love the production. Felt like one of those more personal tracks. Ooh, from the Call Me If You Get Lost era of Tyler. I could see that as well, actually. Yeah, had that sort of like kind of personal feeling to it that something like Wilshire did, where, it's very much... I mean, I'm pretty sure the concept of that track, right, is like it's just recorded on the fly in a hotel room. That's kind of like the space it puts you in for listening to it. And this had that very similar personal kind of feel. I think that's a good shout right there. Hell yeah. So, thank you for that one, Ash M. And let's see where we go on the next one. Coming in from Drew Madden. How's it going, man? Fantastic video link right here. But let's see what we have in the tip message. Wait, we got here a little bit of that groovy tune right there. Hey. I kind of hate when I hear that beat now. In my mind, I hear Young Gravy's voice. What does that say about me? So, Drew Madden right here has a Google Doc link and an untitled link for us. All right. Let's see what we got in here. Never gonna give you up. Hell yeah. So, there we go. Nice. So, I don't have this. I don't have the space to put what I wanted to say, and the link is the name of this Google Doc. Thank you for another one, Xriptic. Much appreciated, man. Let me just approve that for the queue. Can't scroll down because Streamlabs is cooked. We love it. To TikTok brain CDTV, but I don't even use TikTok. Come on now. I've just listened to the song. So, saying right here, I didn't have the space to put what I wanted to say, and the link. This is a new song I've been working on for my next album, Bronco. I was big on the singing on the last album, Romeo, but I wanted to make this one more about rapping and showcasing my friends as features. The song is currently track 11 and is still really early in its demo phase. Knowing that, enjoy. Appreciate you letting me know, man, and excited to see how this goes. This should be Veteran, right? Hey, let me put the song name text on the screen right here. Alrighty, sounds like it's going to be a fun little banger. Do, 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 do. All right. Veteran with some features on there as well. Let me just look at the chat, double check that is the correct one. Featuring XJ, Yose, Alaverd. Okay, XJ. Wish I could copy and paste this from, what's it called? Untitled. But we're here in the typing section, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have a producer out here. POS Brando. Another one. All right, cool. Yo. Fire. So let's see how this one goes. Thank you for sending this one in, Drew. And I'm excited to hear it, see what this kind of rapping style is going for. And hey, we have a posse cut on this one, right? Been wanting more of those.
I'm like a veteran in my city. Tell them to shot, tell them come get with me. Tell them when I pop my whole team winning. Make sure the shot and you know you ain't missing. I told them that I'm a man on a mission. Eat good food, this real rich living. I told them that I'm a man on a mission. I'll tell you what I want. 2 + 2, you and I, huh? Keep us out, I'm a rider. Already made my mind up. She said I'm lying up. Still trying to make some time up. For sure y'all line up. Already made my mind up.
Oh, so what's the verse order in this one? Hey.
Make sure the shot and you know you ain't missing. I told him that I'm a man on a mission. Eat good food, this real rich living. I told him that I'm a man.
Okay, very smooth so far. Hey. Okay, so Drew Hook, XJ, Yose, Brando, and then your verse. Okay, so we've heard Drew Hook and XJ so far, right? So Yose next. Okay, shouted out himself there. That helps as well. Ooh. Pop out to the stands, popping that ass when she backstage, and she know that I popping that shit for the gram. 3.5 millimeter, that's like that shit that I can just hold in one hand. Your skin it be smooth like a baby, if I let some racks on a bit, you can keep it like that. That money on the floor, someone's at your damn face like let's go. Okay, good flow going. Access to you in my damn brain like no host footsteps so big I could jump to the moon. Put it on you, black queen, and I got a white bitch too. The show so big that it moved to the group. Smoking on cookie, you stuck with a spoon, nigga. I probably made my mind up the second you walk through the door. Okay. Is that a switch over to Brando there?
I'm trying to make all the time I could kick it with you, but I probably miss this dog. And even with all of the bullshit, if we cut ties, I probably miss for sure. You already had it, don't wonder who had it. I'm having way more than I probably am mad. That one is more than you know that we mad. Just
production on this is really nice. Hey. Nice little switch ups and intricacies in the beat there.
I told him that I'm a man on a mission. Eat good food, this real rich living. I told him that I'm a man on a mission. Tell you what I want. 2 + 2, you and I, huh? Keep us out on
the great hook too. Very, very smooth chorus on this one, man. Holds everything together really nicely. Okay, and then Drew verse. Hey, thank you, Colin. Much appreciated, man. Prove that for the cute.
They try to kill me and pull out the rice. It's in my world, but I'm not going biking. Got him in the crib, new spot so cool. Trying to set up on a brand new pool. They might not know, but we taught them in school. Like how they look at my art. They see a piece and don't tear it apart. Pull up the spot, I parallel park. Thought it was the end, but it start feel like it's my start. Say that it's real, but you get it off pen. Feeding on table like
Love when those bassy hits come in there. Very nice.
You said love for a girl, told her pull it to the spot, let her feel my curls. You thought you had her, I'm sorry, she go and she said that she wanna see Drew Madden world. Drew Madden dramatic, they say he an addict. Hating on me while they stuck in the attic. Money out the hat like magic, signing the belts in my
okay. As your music lover, no worries at all.
We turned a 40 watt up in a match.
Your one more request and then we're on to your one.
Digits, riches, kisses from the missus, bills around a corner, piling up like some dirty dishes on a mission. Told my mama on a mission.
And then that's Aliverd, right?
Fiction, man, I hope she doesn't listen. Keep my eyes on the road, keep my guys in the mode. If I said it is quote.
Hey.
She said it's me, I don't really know, but I know I'ma be under that code.
I could listen to the whole album right now. We're gonna do an early premiere. Let's go. That was pretty sick though. I really enjoyed Veteran, so thank you for sending that one in, Drew. Yeah, I thought that was a very enjoyable track overall. Carried its length extremely well. The production there was lovely. Loved those little piano keys that were in there. I thought that was a really nice touch to the instrumental. All of it sounded really clean and professionally put together. You know, clean in a complimentary way, not as in, you know, the way I described the Macklemore track where the production was too light and too clean. This was clean, but still had some texture to the instrumental, which I really enjoyed. I thought the chorus was great, super catchy. All of the verses were good as well. Not sure how I would rank them off a first listen, but I don't know if I necessarily need to. I think everybody held their own right there and came together sounding super smooth. Nice. Love a good low posse cut. I would give that one maybe an 8. It sounded really like well put together. And you were saying this is still early in its demo phase. Not even finished. I would say like it sounds like it could be a finished track. Yeah, I'd go an 8 on that. Polish Lavender with the bars on that one as well. The wordplay. Hell yeah. Really fun listen. So thank you for sending that one in, man. Gino saying, I like this. Not really my kind of music, but it's a good song in that early 2020 sound. Bouncy beat and a good flow to the whole thing. Never been a fan of posse cuts though, but overall sounds pro. I love a good posse cut. I miss them, man. I miss them. We need to bring them back. I want to see it happening with every big single. We need that huge posse cut remix for it. Oh, accidentally went back a tab on Twitch there. Okay, it's all sorted now. Movie Madman saying something here. We were talking about Call Me If You Get Lost a little bit earlier. And yeah, I always found that interesting. When it came out, everyone was getting at Tyler because of the crackling sound in the right ear during Wilshire. And Tyler eventually revealed that he just recorded it on the fly with a shitty mic. And that's what caused the crackle. I've never understood the criticism personally of the mixing on Wilshire, because I think it really doesn't he literally lay it out in the song that he's just like recording it on the fly in a hotel room? And I feel like the sound of it really like gives off that kind of vibe, and I think it enhances the track rather than anything else. So I've always found it interesting that the mixing is a criticism right there. I think it enhances the track and makes sense for the kind of like where the song is set, if that makes sense. Killjoy was saying, I mean, Danhausen is cool, but WWE cannot see a good joke and not run it into the ground instantly and overextend it after everybody is beyond done with it. That's pretty much it, man. Very unfortunate. It literally was irritating my ears first time I heard it. I mean, I think it worked from the for the song from the first time I heard it, but you know, to each their own. I could see how it could maybe be a little annoying, but I think it was fitting for that particular track. It's not something I would want to hear on the mixing of every song from that album, but for that particular one, I think it works. So let's get on to our next one right here. Thank you very much for that one, Drew. Next one comes in from Kajai. Let's go. Maybe both of those were wrong.
KJ is back.
KJ, there we go. Homegirl. Thank you very much for sending this one in, man. Saying, used to watch you all the time. I got to tap back into you. Let's go, man. Let's get it.
We the best music.
Hell yeah. I'll be bringing more bangers, rest assured. Just got back into my old YouTube, haha. Hope you enjoy. Appreciate you sending this one in. When did this one come out? Let's see. 2 days ago. Okay, that's a recent one. Thank you for this one, KJ. Let's give it a listen and see how it goes. Thank you, man. Appreciate the support as well.
Back, bitch.
When I met you in the club and your pretty little friend came over.
Okay.
I ain't going wrong, baby. There's a couple things I ain't told ya. It's been running through my head.
Hey, how's it going, Sia? Welcome, welcome.
Tell me what's the word type shit. Is your bitch really down type shit? No, I want to.
It's a lively beat. I like that. Nearly splash water everywhere, but it's all good. Lil Tecca vibes? Yeah, kind of reminds me of a little bit of a Dark Thoughtsy vibe, which is a good thing.
I got Bacardi, I got Hennessy. We could throw a party in a limousine. You could pop a molly, smoke some nicotine. I got all the features you could ever need.
Hey.
When your friend walked back to the bar just to grab your readers. Whoever thought to fill that ass in them
That
jeans,
synth in there is great as well. A bit of a G-Funk style feeling synth.
I ain't tripping just yet. And I never called a name. Was it Janice or was it Gina? When I met you in the club and a pretty little friend came over. I ain't gonna lie, baby, there's a couple things I ain't told ya. It's been running through my head type shit. Trying to get you on my bed type shit. Tell me what's the word type shit. Is your bitch really down type shit?
Hey. Timbaland F production. I'd see that as a complimentary thing in this case, to be fair. All right, smooth, man. Ooh. A lot of focus was on the beat, but I enjoyed the performance over this as well. Oh, didn't pause it in time. Hold on, hold on. Let me bring that back on the screen here. It's a big breath at the beginning of the next track
KJ
there.
is back, bitch.
KJ, thank you for sending that one in. I thought that was a lot of fun. I thought the beat was really enjoyable, bouncy. Did remind me a bit of that old school, little bit of like Neptune's Timbaland style of production, which of course, you know, brings to mind like Dark Thoughts by Lil Tecca for me, for example. But yeah, I thought that was really smooth. Vocal performance over it was nice and decently distinctive as well. Artist was KJ. I'll write it out in the chat just so you guys have the spelling as well, like that. I thought that was a really enjoyable one. I think your, voice fit very nicely over that production. Made for a nice, catchy, bouncy, fun track. Nice smooth 7 on that one. Thank you for sending that in, bro. Ooh, yeah, that's a good comparison as well, Killjoy. I mean this 100% as a compliment. This felt like one of those best Tommy Richmond bangers. Good vibe of that as well. Yeah, just a bit of a throwback style to it, but like Sia is saying there as well, it has that early 2000s vibe in a really cool way. Like it's obvious this isn't just nostalgia bait. And I would agree with that. Interestingly enough, that's related to the topic that my video dropping either tomorrow or the next day is gonna be on. It's going to be a blast. I love Tommy Richmond. There you go, KJ. Well, I appreciate you sending that one in. That was a pretty fun track, so keep up the good work, man. And thank you for the love as well. So, real quick before we continue on to our next one, I am going to take a very quick bathroom break. That's kind of got me in the mood for some, like, little Neptune-style instrumentals. Timbaland-style instrumentals. Which one should I go for? We'll do Neptune's type beats. Why not? There's always the potential for some little weird fun sounds in there, so that could be a good time. yeah, I'll take a very quick bathroom break, and when I get back, we will continue with the queue, which is looking pretty short at the moment, so if you would like to send anything in, we'll get around to it pretty quickly, but if not, that's cool too. So, I think I finally figured out what the next vid will be with you saying that. Yeah, pretty much gave it away on that one, but hey, it'll be a good time on that next video. So see you guys in a couple of minutes, and enjoy the bathroom break tunes. Hopefully, we got some great beats in here.
someone who doesn't even know me told you I'm an asshole. I forgot that I'm the villain. I forgot that
Hey, Joker on an island type beat.
I forgot that hatred stems from people who hate their own existence. I forgot I'm better off alone. I forgot I care for everyone's happiness but forget about my own. I forgot I spend every waking second on my phone.
Fire. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for the request while I was away there. Ryan K, much appreciated, man. Proving that one for the queue. Why is Rick and Morty being dropped in the chat? Do I want to know? Maybe. Come join my circus. What a banger, man. So, let's get going right here. See what we're going to get. Hopping on to the next one right here. Next one comes in from Your Music Lover. Let's see what you got for us today, man.
I like it.
All right. Your Music Lover saying nothing. There is no tip message for this one, so we're just going to see what we got on the music. This is We Cry Diamonds. I like it. Let me get a Genius page up for this one. When is this from? What is it going to be? 2013. All right. Bit of ancient history right here. Let's see how this is going to go. One of the songs played by the radio in the game The Crew. The more you know.
I like it, I like it, I love it, I hate it, I do it to myself every time. I want it, I need it, I have it.
We got that Red Berry. Sour Patch Kids goes today, of course.
We built our cities on top of the sky. Change your mind, iron ships that were too big to fail. Change your
It was almost on beat there. I always try, man.
mind, set it out loud.
It's a hard soundbite to time. Shame the Neptunes disbanded before Dex had the chance to work with them. I know they would have made gold together. So much we could have got in an alternate reality, man.
To myself every time. I want it, I need it, I have it, I waste it. Oh, change your mind. We gotta try.
All right.
Lie. We gotta hold on to what we got.
Is this what music was sounding like in 2013? I would have guessed like 2005, 2006 was something like this maybe. Which is not a bad thing.
Push me unless I am inclined. I like it, I love it, I hate it, I do it to myself every time. I want it, I need it, I have it, I waste it. Oh, change your mind. Oh, change your mind.
Def has a 2000s vibe to it. I love the 2000s vibe. We might get caught off a little early here, but a banger. Oh, no. Oh, right on the drop right there. That was really nice from what I got to hear of that, though. Love the 2000s vibe. It becomes ever more nostalgic as time goes on. And yeah, I think this song really reflected that kind of era and that sound extremely well. Instrumental was nice and energetic, like the vocal performance on it as well. I swear. So it comes from, well, it was on the radio in The Crew. Can you even play The Crew anymore? Because I have it on Steam. I've never played it before, but I remember seeing something about how you're like can't really play it anymore. So I guess it's just kind of sitting there using up space in my library. Ubisoft shut down the game servers in 2024, rendering it unplayable. I guess I had a long time to play it, but never did it, and now I can never play it. I can't remember if it was even like particularly celebrated as a game. I would give that one a 7. Very enjoyable track. Yeah, how's it going too easy? I used to play it all the time in summer 2016. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure I do have it in my Steam library. So what happens if you just go on to it now? Does it just say, oh, sorry, no servers, can't play, buddy? That sucks. I should have done it. All those years, it was sitting in my backlog. Untouched. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, good. Steam was like broken for me for a little bit. It wasn't letting me like log on, but No, I can. That's nice. I'm just trying to see if I'm not hallucinating that I had this game. Yeah, it's in there. It's in there. I don't know if it shows you anywhere on Steam, like when you got it, but man, it must have been a while back. I don't even remember getting it. Hey, how's it going, Archive? Welcome, welcome. I guess I will never get to play that game. Unfortunate. Weirdly enough, this song reminds me quite a bit of pop punk era Paramore, which is not a complaint by any means. I mean, that sounds good to me. It was pretty cool. I always loved me an indie rock band with a female lead, but I lacked a bit. It lacked a bit in firepower, in my opinion. Could have went a bit harder. I think that's fair. Yeah, it was a little. It had a good pace to it. Maybe like slightly, a little light in terms of how hard it was hitting, but I enjoyed it still. I thought it was a good listen right there. Whoa! Short queue no more. Thank you for that one, Colin. And it looks like we're getting a different artist. No Ecstasy today. Thank you for that one, man. Much appreciated. Album request in the queue, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, that one isn't like in the queue, but it's technically in the queue. So yeah, thank you very much for that one, Colin. Much appreciated, man. I don't want to be killed for submitting more Ecstasy. I mean, hey, I love a good bit of Ecstasy. Even if the last album that I heard from them here was marginally more like hit or miss for me compared to their other stuff, still solid stuff on there. Let's get 5 more albums before it's over. We will see how time goes right here. So, next one, Sia saying, hope it's some trash with some fire. It's good to take tolerance breaks from Ecstasy. Hold on, that's a bit of wordplay right there. Not bad. So, let's see what we're going to get going on to the next one, which comes in from Gino. Are we getting a bit of Gangstar right here? Maybe this will make me actually, go through their discography a little bit more, which I've been meaning to do for the longest time. There are so many people on the to listen to artists list for me, and there are always more artists getting added to it, so like it's just a huge list, and Gangstar has been neglected right here. So JFK to LAX, Gino is saying right here, some Gangstar for you. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Get up a Genius page for this and give it a listen. This is from 1998. Nice. Some DJ Premier and Guru. I mean, come on. DJ Premier on the production for Gangstar. Why have I not tapped into this yet? Let's see how this one goes. Be so funny to give it like a 6 after all that, but let's see.
That trip to LA may be delayed. Oh, what's up? I'm on my way to the airport now. Yeah, well, your boy Guru got knocked. What? I don't know what this is about. Sounds crazy, man. Something about a gun.
Okay.
Court calls Keith Elam to the stand.
Ooh.
Please approach the bench.
Okay. We're already off to a good start, man.
Yo, they got me handcuffed. I'm down in central booking. Things are fucked up the way my future's looking. But I'm too fly, I'ma change this scenario. Make some power moves and tighten up my bankroll. Chumps are leery though, they see me as a threat. I'm like the Black Dutch Schultz when you get me upset. 5-0 makes me wanna flip, Larry Davis style. Got a nigga depressed while he's awaiting trial. It's okay though, cause from gray skies come blue. Through darkness comes light, and I be known as the guru. And this I certify, we all should be alerted by the traps within the system. Our youth is getting murdered by the DA says they got me on a felony. I'm trying to live my life, so what the fuck is you telling me? The streets are war, that's what brothers carry weapons for. And I take the weight as I did before. The next thing you know, they got me on the radio. A rapper arrested, suckers showing me on video. Of course I know that I'm a role model, but yo, this rap life is real life, sometimes it's full throttle. Right now I gotta think about me, fuck the industry, you get no love, except those who support me. What's the story? What happened when I went to LA? Mixing shit up, knowing out there I got family. Nothing happened, mind your business, yo, step. You know we connect, JFK to LAX. They wanna lock us all up and throw away the key. Don't wanna see us come up, don't wanna see us making G's. Long as we know this is the key to our destruction, let's make moves, no discussion.
What a beat, man.
Peace to
Great
my man
rapping as
Haas,
well.
An orange man paying the cost. All the 25 to life is all my brothers getting tossed into the system, supposed to rehabilitate. That's why you gotta regulate your own mind state. Read, study lessons, and build your inner power. The next level doesn't tolerate cowards. For example, I know this rich Nigerian, powerful American that's proud to be an African. He asked me why do all us brothers be getting trapped. I told him I'd explain it, broke it down in a rap. Whether you got naps, braids, waves, or no hair, without esteem for yourself, nigga, you're going nowhere. And you can swagger like you're rude as Josie Wales. Unorganized revolt,
Man, my opinion, Primo's best production is on the Gangstar albums. I'm gonna need to tap into you.
There's war in the streets, prepared men.
I'm gonna need to tap in.
Live as a guest, JFK to LAX. They're always making trouble, yo, against the righteous, killing us in cold blood, those beasts, those vipers. And as I sit feeling the pain in my wrist, I vow to myself that I'ma change this shit. Or at least I gotta try, or part of me will die. And only by action will any idea solidify. So I inhale, exhale as I ponder. This grown man will make mistakes no longer. I've been there, I've seen how they make us fall victim to their technology. With no apology, I diss them. And so I rip facts to dope tracks I caress. You're gonna hear about it from JFK to LAX.
Hey. Nice, okay. So the intro kind of laid things out pretty nicely here immediately. That almost feels like something that could be a little intro track for the album. That's like track number 6 on there. So the intro had like a phone call thing going on. Apparently it's a phone call clip of Premier hearing about Guru's arrest on a gun charge in the late 90s. And then this entire track was basically influenced by that situation. And man, the production DJ Premier did for this, amazing. I love the way he chops up samples. Always sounds so gorgeous. And I need to go into these albums for sure and give them a listen. This has definitely encouraged me to do so. I think Guru's rapping was really solid here as well. It's one of those things where you can listen to it like nowadays, when this was like 30 years ago, and feel like the rapping is like solid, but maybe like marginally, slightly more like simplistic compared to what a more lyrical rap song would be like today, but still really solid and effective, and you know, solid message to it, an idea to the track as well. I would give that one a, man, probably an 8 right now.
That's good.
Premier's production style, so good, man. Wait, CDTV, have you heard Jay Dilla's Donuts? I have, Colin. In fact, the very first time I heard it, it was sent in on one of these request streams. More back towards the beginning of them, I'm pretty sure. I think in like 2023. Was sent in by Ned, I believe. And I really enjoyed it. I actually have the CD for it now. Great album. Great album. Really enjoy the instrumentals on there a lot. Oh, Guru also has an album series called Jazzmatazz, where he raps over actual jazz instruments. They're also worth a listen. I remember actually being told about that from a guy in my, like, who worked at my local gas station in my small town in Scotland. I would go there like every night to grab a little energy drink or whatnot, and I would always like stay there for hours and just talk to him about rap music, because he was like the only other person there that I could talk about, like, you know, slightly more deeper cut rap music too, like not just the mainstream stuff. And he was always saying to like check out Guru's Jazzmatazz stuff, and I never got around to it, but I do need to check that out. I think I listened to like 1 or 2 songs from maybe like, I think it was the 3rd Jazzmatazz, if I'm not mistaken, if there is a 3rd one. But yeah, I definitely checked out a couple tracks from that on his recommendation. Maybe it was the 2nd one actually. The cover for that looks a little bit familiar, but either way, yeah, shout out to that guy. Shout out to Warren. That guy sounds really cool. Oh, he was. The first time I went there, I can't even remember how we got on the conversation of rap music, but I literally, like, I went like late at night because my sleep pattern in Scotland was messed up, and I think I stayed there till like 3 or 4 in the morning, maybe. Like talking to him about rap music. Obviously, like, it's a small town gas station, so it wasn't busy. Like, nobody else was coming in. I just like stood there and chatted to him for hours about rap music. It was a great time. I got him back into it as well, I'm pretty sure, because he said that he'd stopped listening to it for a while, and then on like future times where I would go into that gas station, he'd have his earphones in, like listening to some rap music, so it was pretty great. So let's see where we go on the next one. Thank you for sending this one in, Gino, and sending me down a little train of thought right there. Yeah, definitely need to check out some Gangstar. He probably recommended Gangstar to me as well, now that I think about it, because he was super into Guru, super into Pharaoh Monch, Lupe Fiasco. Man, there was so much great music I talked to him about. So let's get on to the next one right here, coming in from Xriptic. Thank you for this one, Xriptic. Let's see what you got for us today. Genuinely sounds like such a vibe. It was, yeah. I wonder what that guy's up to now. He was super chill. And what? Because he doesn't work there anymore. I've been back there, you know, when I've like been visiting Scotland before, and I don't think he's there anymore, like working there. So whatever he's doing, I hope things are good. So, Xriptic, some Pierce the Veil right here. I don't care if you're contagious. Xriptic is saying, time to give PTV a try. I know you didn't like Vic's voice in Isles and Glaciers, but I think it works better in this context. Let's see. Let's see, because I remember definitely Vic was a bit more hit and miss for me there. So let's see how it works under this context, and if it is a little bit better. It could be. Definitely could be. I'm willing to give it a chance here, Xriptic. So thank you for sending this in. Also features Vanessa Harris, apparently. But Vic Fuentes. That's his name. Okay. Okay. Shout out to Scotland gas station guy. Yeah, big ups to Warren. I was trying to remember if there's any other artists I talked to him about. There was a lot of 90s stuff in like early 2000s. Oh, he was big into Redman as well. I do think this does work a little bit better. Okay. Man, it's going to sound like a little bit of a backhanded compliment maybe, but I feel like part of the reason why this does work better is because there aren't any like other vocalists on the track, because I feel like what's like kind of popped for me or made me like Vic's voice a little less within the Isles and Glaciers stuff is that I just like the other two vocalists more, and I think Vic had the most distinctive voice, and so when it's amongst some other voices it stands out a bit more and it can be a little bit jarring. But when he's the only voice on the track, it's like, okay, like that's the vibe that it's going for, and it doesn't like really disrupt anything. Like, I think this sounds pretty good. That's crazy. I still can't get over the name Vic Fuentes. Aged unfortunately archived. Listen, he didn't know. Or I guess his parents didn't know when he was, you know, born with that name in 1983. Yeah, I feel like his voice is actually good for like channeling emotion on this track. Gets it across really nicely. Damn, I wish that was the first thing that I thought of when I hear that Surname You Fear. Man. Okay. Ooh, pause that before that slips away. That was actually not bad at all. I quite enjoyed that one. Like I said, when Vic is like pretty much the only or like the main vocalist on the track, I think I don't know, on the Isles and Glaciers stuff, I feel like distracted a little bit because his voice was more distinctive. Whereas here, when he's like the main voice on the track, it's just like, that's what the song is going to be. And it's a lot easier to sink into the vibe. And I actually think on something like this, it was really good at relaying that emotion through his voice. It came through pretty powerfully, actually, because of his more distinctive voice. So actually worked here better for me. Instrumental was solid. A lot of the writing was pretty striking on this one. And I think it really came together well here. I'd give that one probably strong 7 at least. Yeah. Ah, that is certainly not idyllic Scriptic. Certainly not. You know what? Teach their own, Polish Lavender. Teach their own. That's fair, to be honest, because I think it's widely considered that Johnny Craig was the best vocalist in Isles and Glaciers. Yeah. I think Vic does at least stand out, though. You can give him credit for that, for sure. And sounded really good on this track. Hey, hell yeah, Movie Man. I hope it's great. I hope it's great. So you can let us know on the next stream if you have a good time with it, and maybe I'll go check it out soon myself. Ideally when theaters are a bit less packed, but I'm hoping for good things from Brand New Day. I'm hoping for it. Killjoy saying for that track, not gonna lie, I don't love it. It feels unnecessarily overblown for what they were trying to get across on the track. It swerved into overly dramatic. See, for me on this style of music, overly dramatic can work a lot easier than with other styles of music. But I guess that could definitely be a personal preference or personal taste kind of thing. For me, when it's this more, I guess you could say a bit more emo style of music, melodramatic works for me under that context. So let's see what we got on the next one, which also comes in from Xriptic. Will it be more Pierce the Veil, or will it be something a little different? Let's see. We got 3 song requests left, and then it's time for our album request of the day, or potentially our first album request of the day. We'll see where we go from there. So this video is age restricted and only available on YouTube. Why? Wait, like, actually, why? It's not even a video, it's just the song. Interesting. So Circus Survive, this one. Wonder if we have it on Spotify. Maybe it would be easier to play it that way in that case. Stop the fucking car. Circus Survive. There we go. Don't know why it's age restricted, but sometimes YouTube just be doing that. So Xriptic is saying for this one, another fine tune you may or may not enjoy. I hope that I do, but we will see. Overdramatic is exactly what pop punk / metalcore / emo should be, in my opinion. That's true. That's true. I feel like being a bit melodramatic is kind of like a core part of that music. That doesn't mean that it can't push it too far, especially for like particular types of songs. But yeah, I feel like that's a core part of its identity, right? So let's see how this goes right here. Hey, how's it going, Renzira? Good to see you here. Stop the fucking cars. Circus Survive. 2015 right here. Cartoons should be dropping by the end of the week. I'm gonna say that I don't think it will, but we will see. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
That even if you don't look back, be sure and find out who was there, what they want, and more reason. Don't be alarmed, I fear we're falling back to ground.
Interesting. Not sure what to make of this one straight away, but we'll see how this goes. Stream is going well so far, Ren Zero. Hope things are going well with you as well.
Misleading most, I'm supposed imposter renew you. And even if
I'm not sure. It's, a little bit of a flashback to Vic on Isles and Glaciers. Not sure how I feel about the vocals on this one yet. Again, a little bit more of a distinctive voice. Which maybe just takes a little bit of time to get used to. Damn, you hated the last one before, A Brand New Day Killjoy. I really enjoyed it. I've only seen it once, but I did thoroughly enjoy it, so I might be on the Brand New Day hype wagon. Let's see. Hey, see you soon, see you. Okay. Gonna be suffering through the CDTV pop punk saga. I can't wait for it. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, that'll definitely be plenty of melodrama. Interesting. Okay, cool little blow to that right there. I feel like this one hits a little lighter in a lot of ways than the previous one. I gotta say, that's the main theme of what I'm going for today. Some stuff hit it a little lighter than others, but yeah, I'm not sure if it clicks for me on a first listen, this one. Yeah, I remember really enjoying it, Alex. Good bit of No Way Home. I pretty much loved all of the newer Spider-Man movies when I first saw them. So, Stop the Fucking Car by Circa Survive. Tricky one. A bit undecided on it because, again, distinctive vocalist on this one, and that can be something that takes a little bit of getting used to. The vocalist here was, let me just double check on that. Genius credits, help me out here. Anthony Green on the lead vocals right here. And yeah, a bit more of a distinctive voice and something I'm not too sure of. I feel like everything on this track did hit a little bit lighter, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but I wasn't necessarily pulled into the track really at any point here. Instrumental was solid enough, but overall just didn't fully get into it. Maybe it takes a few listens to kind of get used to a little bit, but on this one, I wouldn't say I disliked it, but I'd maybe give it like a 6 right now.
Nice.
Well, really, the main difference here is that this is post-hardcore, which is pretty different and a little lighter / softer than pop punk most of the time. Okay, that's fair. Maybe I just like my, you know, punk rocky music hard. Let's go. Still, though, definitely not a bad track. Just less into it, for sure. The CDTV pop punk pilling and country music pilling have been my favorite arcs of this season. I wonder what it'll be on the next season of CDTV Live, you know? This one has been a solid arc, though, I must say. I agree with that. Ooh, Killjoy saying, I still stand that No Way Home is the worst MCU movie. That movie makes modern Star Wars nostalgia bait with no story seem like peak writing. Damn, I swear I didn't feel that way when I first saw it, and I don't know. I think I'll still enjoy it on a rewatch when I eventually get around to it. I'm still on Far From Home on my MCU rewatch, which I watched like the first hour of like months ago, and I've been very on and off with it lately. I'm still trying to get through to like the next phase fully. Well, not the next phase, the next saga, and like I'm still getting around to it. But worst MCU movie? There's no way. There's no way I would ever feel that way. Not over man, what's that one? The second Thor. Come on now. The second Thor. Mr. No Aura Malekith? Surely that's worse. Surely. But to each their own, of course. Still got to save up for it, but the second part of that series should be my next album request. Hell yeah, Movie Man. Man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. So, let's see what we get going on to our next one. Thank you for this one, X-Riptic. Next one comes in from Colin925, and we got a song request here before Colin's album request coming up in a little bit. So, Camel with City Life. Hell yeah. What are we talking about year-wise, genre-wise? Let's see. 1981. Whew. This is prehistoric right here. Okay. Hell yeah. Rock, UK, synth rock. These are the genius tags. UK rock, art rock, soft rock, and progressive rock. Loads of rocks. We got a whole rock collection right here. The second Thor is the worst one for sure. Yeah, I'd say like that's on this rewatch, like that's been my least favorite for sure. I haven't seen the fourth one, to be fair. So let's see what we're gonna get right here on City Life. Oh, media share is not on the screen. Let me rectify that. Thank you for this one, Colin. Much appreciated, man. Okay. All right. Smooth. Deja vu hitting crazy right now. I literally dreamed you making that whole loads of rocks joke like 2 weeks ago. For all I know, I might have. Sometimes I be bringing back the jokes, all right? It's a dad joke vibe where you land on a couple of jokes and you keep coming back to them. I think I actually get that from my dad. The amount of times I've heard the same jokes from him, bro. All right. This song is so pleasant to me. I mean, this is gorgeous. Nice and warm so far. Very nice. I love just that kind of warmness of a lot of the 80s music that I've heard. Very lovely on the ears. Hell yeah. I think I still need to see the second Doctor Strange Alex. I'm pretty sure on this current MCU rewatch that I've been doing for the past like couple years, it was my first time watching the first one, I think. Pretty solid, enjoyable. Woo. Come on. Come on, man. Hey, what's up, Brian? This is so good. Oh, wait. So, as bizarre as it sounds, there's a meme about that, isn't there, Colin? The, you know, Japanese soldier unaware the war has ended. I see that, like, all the time. Yeah. People use it whenever someone is, like, you know, dragging something, basically. You haven't seen it? Oh, it's like a big thing on a lot of, what's it called? Hold on, I'm caught up in the tunes right here. Give me a sec on that. Bro, that's stunning. Okay, next is a song request. Looking forward to hearing it, Ryan, of course. And then album request right after that from Colin. I don't want that to end. Bro, you could drag that outro on for like another 5 minutes. I would not complain. That was some peak right there. Yeah, I didn't realize the concept of the track right there, but I was just locked into that sound, man. It's that 80s warmth. It is so gorgeous to listen to. An absolutely stunning song, bro. We're immediately at least a 9 on that one. Come on now. Love that. So, yeah, earlier on in the chat, Colin was saying, this is their 8th album. The main songwriter is the only remaining band member. And this album is about Hiro Onoda, a Japanese soldier who spent decades stranded on an island after World War II, unaware the war had ended. Which, you see this, I see this meme a lot online for people that, like, you know, drag stuff out for a very long time, or like debate stuff that's already like kind of outdated by that point. You guys have probably seen it. This like Japanese soldier who kept fighting 29 years after World War II. I feel like it's a very Twitter thing. You see it on Twitter, sometimes on certain like subreddits. But yeah, it's interesting that there's a crossover between this and well, this meme right here and this song. But it's cool to get some more context on you know, what that actually like ties into. But yeah, a lot of people use that when someone is just like dragging something. Like people posted it, for example, when you know, Drake is like still talking about the Kendrick beef a couple years later. I think it's fair enough to still talk about that beef considering the magnitude of it, but that's the kind of stuff people would post that in response to give you a little idea of it. And it's interesting that that ties into this song right here. But yeah, I thought that was incredible. I would actually, I may save that because I would love to listen to that again. City Life by Camel. What a track, man. Gotta save it. And that outro there, instrumental, was gorgeous. Why is that not the top thing that comes up when I type in City Life? Got to look for it specifically. There we go. Add that. Thank you for sending that one in, Colin. What a blast that was. So the album request after the next song request, Drew, is going to be Patti Smith, Horses. Looking forward to it. Oh no, yeah. There was a comma in between those Movie Man. So like, you know, separate places. Like you see it on Twitter and like a silent and in there on certain subreddits. Specifically, I swear I see it on the Kanye one a lot for whatever reason. Sometimes I just get recommended posts from that and like I'll click on it and that reply is always in there somewhere. And also, Drew was saying, I might submit my album of the year page today. How much would I need to know for you to look at a few albums I've reviewed? It generally depends on the length of the reviews, because sometimes we used to get like Google Docs quite a bit on the paid request streams, but they're just a bit like too lengthy in terms of like, you know, reading them in between people's requests, if that makes sense. So usually I can take a look at like shorter, like album of the year reviews and stuff on these streams, but usually I would do those on the reset streams because, you know, that's listening to the same songs over and over again. And usually there we do like Google Docs, more in-depth album of the year reviews and stuff on there. So really just depends on the length of them. Will there be another stream this weekend? Potentially, Alex. If there is, it will be on Sunday and not Saturday. So not guaranteed that there will be one, but if there is, it will be Sunday, most likely. So let's see where we go on the next one. It is our last song request here before we get on to our album in the queue right there. And the queue is indeed still open if anybody else would like to send anything else in for after that. But there will be a bit of waiting because album request takes a little bit. So next one comes in from Ryan K. The link is me. So we're going to get a little bit of doubling up right here. Takes a little bit. So next one comes in from Ryan. Whew, it's like traveling back in time. Ryan is saying, hey there again. Your 9-inch nails reaction was awesome. Glad you enjoyed it, man. That was a very interesting one for sure and very much enjoyed it. You need to do more rock reactions. I would not turn that down for sure. Here is some reflective ambient instead. I kind of like that. You need to do more rock reactions. By the way, here's something else. Ryan Kenny, Aftermath on Tidal, Spotify, etc. Thank you very much for sending this one in, man. Ryan Kenny's Aftermath. Let's go. Oh, I typed it wrong. That's why it's not showing up. I accidentally doubled up the Y instead of the N. All right. Bit of Ryan K. Hell yeah. The old Google Doc streams, Vimpan is saying with the despair emote. Yeah. I mean, I like reading through a good Google Doc, but I can completely understand how, you know, if some people are waiting for requests and whatnot, can kind of interrupt that flow a little bit. So let's see what we're going to get right here. Thank you for sending this one in, Ryan. I'll just take this off the screen, move this down here, and we'll give it a listen. See what we're going to get. Hell yeah. Okay. Also, even if I don't feel the same way about it, I can appreciate your reasoning for really disliking No Way Home Killjoy, because I think you're laying it out in a way that makes sense, even if it's not something that I felt about it myself. Ooh. Listen, I have some recent hot movie takes as well, alright? So I can't judge from that angle. I won't hit an acapella on this one. Gotta cut him off. Alright. Okay, very smooth, very nice, very relaxing. I don't know what take you're talking about, movie man. Best movie of all time. Give it all the Oscars. Give it the Grammys as well. Why not? Just throw some Grammys at it. I feel like I'm floating on this one. Just how, like, over the top all of it is, Colin. I think it was, like... There's a lot of different ways you can kind of portray that kind of idea. And I just wasn't a fan of that specific portrayal of it. Not that I think it was a bad performance, I just didn't like what it was, you know? Like, it was so loud and obnoxious and annoying to me. Hey, how's it going, Polish Lavender? Welcome back. Very smooth, very relaxing. Easy breezy. Nice. Like a good bit of ambiance. Thank you for sending that one in, Ryan K. Ryan Canny. I thought that was just very smooth. Very relaxing, very nice to listen to. I would give that one a nice smooth 7. I think it puts you in a very nice, relaxed headspace, and can't complain about that. Hell yeah. Appreciate that one. Thank you for sending that one in, Ryan Kenny. Oh, it's on Album of the Year as well. Hell yeah. Let's take a look at this page here. Hell yeah, user score of 82. It's looking good, looking good. Brunk's giving it a rating as well. There we go. Nice stuff, man. Keep up the good work. Thought it was very smooth and soothing. Made for a lovely listen. So thank you very much for sending this one in today. Hey, how's it going, Voyage Zombie? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I can kind of see that perspective, Colin. I think I just didn't really love the specific way that it played out, and I don't know, a lot of it just wasn't for me, I guess. Just wasn't for me. This sounds like something you'd hear on one of those noise machines with whale sounds. Complimentary. Hell yeah. Good stuff, Ryan. So, with that being said, we are on to our album request for the day right now. Interested to see what we're going to be getting right here. This one comes in from Colin925, and it's Patti Smith with Horses. I'm probably going to take a very quick bathroom break before we hop into this, but let's just take a little look at the album from the outside here. See kind of what we're talking about year-wise, length-wise, all that stuff. 1975. Whew, we're throwing it further back. Only 8 songs, but 43 minutes. This should be interesting. Patti Smith, I recognize the name, but what kind of genre are we talking? Like I couldn't tell you like a song off the top of my head right now. But maybe my mind is just going blank. Patti Smith. Okay, celebrated as a pioneer of the New York punk movement. Interesting. This should make for an intriguing listen. I'm looking forward to getting into this, Colin. So I'll take a very quick bathroom break before I do that. Also, Alex is saying here, I heard CDTV is watching Spy Family. How is it? I'm having a great time with it, Alex. It's a lot of fun to watch. Very wholesome. I just finished, I think it's episode 16 of season 1. Loving the dog. Shout out to Bond. So, I'll be back in a little minute right here. I'm going to play, we'll continue the Neptunes type beats because, I mean, those are going to sound really smooth, right? Hopefully it's a good one. Enjoy, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes, and we'll get into the album. Queue, indeed, is still open. If you want to send anything else in, just keep in mind, if you send in something just now, there will be an album request before we get around to whatever it is that you send in, so it'll be a little bit of waiting. If you want to wait till later to send something in, you can do that as well, and I'll see you guys in a couple minutes.
Mi amor, I'm not one that you can ignore. I want your phone numero, por favor. I see your body is like Coca-Cola. I'll come and pick you up in Testarossa.
Hey.
You're busy now, what can I see you after? Or maybe tomorrow, girl, in Hamata.
Yeah, that's going crazy.
Take you to Santos, we can dance bachata.
Best fresh sounds on these streams. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's album time. I'm very much looking forward to getting into this. So, what we got is Patti Smith with Horses. I'm going to get up a notes page. Keep track of any favorites and least favorites that might be on here. 1975. Let's go. Let's see. Notes. Patti Smith. Horses. Whoop. Track of any favorites and least favorites. Curious to see how this goes, because for the most part, it's like regular length tracks, and then there's just a couple of random like 9-minute ones thrown in there. So as I was saying before I went away there, it's only 8 songs, but 43 minutes. So hopefully that makes for a very cool listening experience right here. Hey, how's it going, TJ? How's it going? This album makes me so happy to listen to right now. I hope that I feel the same way. Thank you very much for sending this one in, Colin. And let's see how it goes. Track number 1 on here, Gloria in Excelsis Deo. All right. Gloria.
Jesus died for somebody's sins, but not mine. Milton, pot of thieves, wild cord of my sleeve, thick heart of stone. My sins my own, they belong to me.
Oh, she said wild card up my sleeve, not walk heart up my sleeve. Okay, she's not talking about the walkie.
People say beware.
Oh, that hit my throat hard. What the hell?
The words are just rules and regulations to me.
I went down the wrong way a little bit. Too much of an enthusiastic sip.
You know, I look so proud. I'm moving this here atmosphere where anything's allowed. I'll go to this here party. I just get bored. Until I look at the window.
Okay. True, Alex. I love Bond's barks. They sound so funny. I love it. Ooh. Hey, yo, mind the gutter movie, man. All right, this is picking up real nice. Hey, no worries, Alex Green. See you soon, man. The really cool performance as well. Ay, 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 ay. Okay.
At the stadium, 20,000 girls call the name out to me. Marie, Ruth, but to tell you that show. I didn't hear them, I didn't see. I let my eyes rise to the big tower clock, and I heard those bells chiming in my heart, going ding dong, 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 ding dong. All the time, when you came in my room, when you whispered to me, when you took the big plunge, and oh, you were so cool, oh, you were so fine, and I gotta tell the world that I make a mind.
Very smooth, man. free yet. There's going Pink Little Thug. Yeah. There you go. Guitars there are so sick. This was interpolated in a Green Day song. Horseshoes and hand grenades. There you go. Nice energetic closer to that. That was pretty sick. Very, very smooth. I really liked Patti Smith's performance here. I feel like it was nicely kind of animated here. Really helped to bring out the track a lot. The guitars at the end were really sick. Oh, this is a cover. This is a cover of the Them Van Morrison Band song, but it's fleshed out to really emphasize the themes. I mean, I think that came across really great. I'm looking at the Genius page here just to get like a little kind of extra context on the album here, because now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I'm actually like familiar with Patti Smith at all, but interesting here. Inspired by her poetic idols, Patti Smith hired guitarist Lenny Kaye to play over her poetry, and the two eventually formed a quintet. All right. Interesting stuff right here. Was this quite an influential project then? Many critics see it as the first true punk album. There you go. Pretty ahead of its time. That's really cool. I would give that one a... I'd say we kick it off with an 8. Very catchy chorus. Very nicely put together. Great performance. Great instrumental. Guitars on there. Not a lot to dislike on that.
That's good.
Okay, so it was the chorus section there. It was interpolated by Green Day for the outro of Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. That's a pretty cool touch as well. Like being able to link music together like that. Patti Smith has not retained cultural relevancy, unfortunately, but this project is important. Yeah, I was going to say, like, I might have even got her mixed up with some, like, other people in music that have the name Patti. I guess I maybe haven't heard that much of Patti Smith before. Honestly, a shame then, if this is, you know, something that's so influential and not really particularly acknowledged as such. I thought that was a great opener. I'll write that down as a favorite right now. Never know where it's going to go, but that seems like a favorite to me. Killjoy saying, I was supposed to listen to this album for like years and never got to it, but I see instantly how much influence she has on punk and punk adjacent music. Like I can already see that it influenced a lot, from The Clash to even PJ Harvey. There we go. I'm excited to see where we continue from there now. I think like that extra bit of like context just adds to it as well, because it can be easy to like listen to older stuff under the context of today's lens and maybe look at it as like, you know, missing some of the stuff that would later go on to be added into these genres. But like knowing that this was pretty much considered as one of like the first true punk albums, it's like, okay, you're gonna see like just a lot of stuff that was kind of fresh and interesting at that time. And I mean, hey, that track still sounds great today. So let's see what we got on track number 2, Redondo Beach. All right.
Late afternoon, dreaming hotel. You just had to quarrel, sent you away. How's the leg
interesting. Okay.
Hurried down the beach, and everyone is so sad. I was looking for you. Are you gone? Pretty little girl.
Massively influential. You'll see how amazing it is for sure. Or that's what I foresee. I'm sure we'll get there as well. Oh, damn. Okay. All right, pretty dark writing on that one. Damn. Yeah, I think the instrumental carries this one decently well so far, Polish Lavender. And again, I think the performances from Patti Smith are good. Just those little like inflections throughout it, I think, really help keep the performance alive. Man, it's honestly kind of a little bit of an upbeat sounding instrumental considering the content here. Yeah, that one was pretty cool. Relatively short as well. I think not the shortest, one of the shortest on the album. And this one had some relatively dark writing to it, contrasted with the slightly, I would say, more upbeat sound of the instrumental. An upbeat, sad song. There you go. Yeah, this one, I mean, the Genius Bio pretty much lays it out quite succinctly. Redondo Beach recounts a story of a girl who drowned after she left her beachside hotel because of an argument with her friend. There you go. And I thought that was laid out really well in here. It took a second for it to kind of, you know, I think it's really the third verse, or maybe the chorus really, where it kind of sets in the direction that it's going in, and it's like, oh, that's way darker than it seemed like it might have been at first. And I think it was executed really well. Instrumental for this one took less twists and turns than Gloria, but I think that could be expected with the shorter runtime. And I think it managed to carry itself really well with just a pretty, again, nice sounding instrumental, and the Patti Smith performance, which those vocal inflections really help keep the performance alive here. Phrasing, interesting choice of words considering that track and the story, but I'll give that one maybe an 8 as well. Sounds really cool. Interesting, Ryan. Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely hear that in there as well. You're right. Good point there. Movie Man saying a little earlier on the Twitch chat right here, I had that with Illmatic by Nas. The first time I listened to it, I was like, wait, that's it? Because I had listened to a lot more of modern rap before listening to Illmatic. But then I got hit with the realization that Illmatic provided the building blocks with which rap albums afterward built off of, and that made the album click so much more for me. Now I have it as a 10. I think I might have had the same experience with it, to be honest. Like, I still really enjoyed it from a first listen. But it can be easy to, like, go back to those earlier albums and think, man, the stuff we're getting today is even crazier, you know? But it really did provide those building blocks and is a massive, like, achievement for its time. And I think once that level, it kind of it clicks for you in that way. It's like, oh, okay, this is actually something, like, really special right here. It's always interesting to get to a starting point of a genre you're already very familiar with. Like, punk has been one of, if not my favorite genres, and I can already see this album influencing a lot of stuff I've been listening to for years and consider some of my favorites from across the genre spectrum. Yeah. And Colin saying you heard 80s rap. I mean, it reminds me of recently when I went back to listen to The Great Adventures of Slick Rick for the very first time. It's like, it's a really cool, like, storytelling rap album. It was super influential for storytelling, but you could go back and listen to it today and be like, oh, okay, it's, you know, maybe not as like layered and complex as like a lot of the storytelling rap tracks that you get today, but it's like that kind of laid the foundation for these like very specific narrative style of rap songs. And even saying that, I still think you could listen to something like Slick Rick's children's story nowadays and be like, hang on, the way this is laying out that narrative is actually like really cool, even if it can, you know, seem simplistic in some ways compared to modern day stuff. So let's see where we go on track number 3 right here. It is our first significantly longer one on the project. Track number 3 is Birdland. How will it carry that runtime? Let's see. It's like watching old wrestling versus new wrestling. Yeah. Yeah, it's you're not seeing work rate really back in the 80s and 90s of wrestling. But like it's still very enjoyable in its own way, I feel like. Children's Story is still one of the best storytelling rap songs of all time. Oh, it's fantastic. I love it.
His father died.
It might not even be the best example for the point that I'm trying to make, because it still kind of does hold up.
Cars left the scene and the boys just standing there alone, looking at the shiny red tractor.
Okay.
Him and his daddy used to sit inside and circle the blue fields and grease the night. As if someone had spread butter on all the fine points of the stars, because when he looked up they started to slip. And then he put his head in the crooks of his arms and he started to drift to the ship. Let the ship slide open and he
Okay. Power in those pianos building up here.
and saw his daddy and the control boards streaming beads of light. He saw his
Yeah, True Polish Lavender. Ricky Steamboat versus Macho Man. A classic.
and it was very different tonight, 'cause it was not human.
Interesting, okay.
It was not human.
Then bringing it back down. You know, it was soft again. Quote some dead end hip hop.
Little boy's face lit up with such naked joy that the sun burned around his lids, and his eyes were like two suns. White lids, white opal, seeing everything just a little bit too clearly. And he looked around and there was no black ship in
I am
sight.
interested to see how it can carry that 9 minutes.
Except for him, the raven.
It's a bold length for this style, but it could work.
Cried out, "No, Daddy, don't leave me here."
This is where the poetry's coming in, alright? And my silly linear brain can't grasp all this writing straight away. Sounds good though. Still waiting for the 808s to drop in. We know it's not a good track without that. Come on now. Where's the Swamp Izzo? I miss Swamp Izzo on my soundboard. I really need to rectify that. When did I add this?
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
Okay. Nice. That must be a recent addition that I forgot about.
Boys cry of alone. Nobody there except for the birds directions. Like roses, they scattered, and they were like compass grass coming together into the head of a shaman bouquet. Slitting his nose, and all the others went shooting, and he saw the lights of traffic looking at him like that. Hands of Blake grabbing at his cheeks, taking at his neck.
Hey, how's it going, Sia? She kind of going? No, the previous 2 tracks on this have been really cool, so yeah, the performances are sick here. Hey, how's it going, iCanny100? A lot of storytelling rap, and this might be Bob Dylan influenced. Interesting. There you go. I wonder who was the first person to ever do a storytelling song. That's probably too broad of a question. You need to like dive way back for that. This truly is some proto-rapping. I mean, yeah, I could see that, you know.
Pushing it all out like latex cartoon. Am I all alone? This generation, we're just.
I mean, you could draw a lot of parallels between poetry and rap. So, yeah, I can kind of see that, honestly.
And I see them coming in. Oh, I couldn't hear them before, but I hear them now. It's a radar scope.
Indeed, it is, Sia. It's Patti Smith's Horses. From 1975.
It's me. I'll give you my eyes. Take me up. Oh, now, please take me up. I'm helium, raving, wait for you. Please take me up. Don't leave me here.
So this song is about a book of dreams, the memoir of Peter Reich, son of psychoanalyst Wilhelm Reich, or rather it draws from that. Interesting. So I guess that could explain some of the kind of like, I don't know if this is the right, harder to grasp imagery on here. Hey, thank you for the follow there, iCanny, aka Ryan K. She is kind of going in. Ask your favorite rapper who their favorite rapper is, and 9 times out of 10, they're going to say Patti Smith, of course. Wait, we're already 7 minutes deep? Damn. I really thought 9 minutes was going to feel over long on this project. And like the instrumental was good. Honestly, I feel like her performance was the main like carrying force here though. Really cool instrumentally, but that performance is what made it feel a lot shorter than it is.
There were tiles. The sun had melted the sand and it coagulated like a river of glass.
Ooh.
When it hardened, he looked at the surface. He saw his face, and where their eyes were just 2 white opals. 2 white opals.
No 808s, but it still worked, you know? The instrumental still had a nice flow to it. Moments where it got grander and louder. I guess that's basically, you know, proto 808s right there. Come on now.
And he crawled on his back. And he went up.
Bro, you see this freestyle type track right here? It's split into verses on Genius, but basically one smooth stream of consciousness right here. This right here is the Patti Smith cipher. What do you think this song's about right now? That's a great question. Do I have an answer? Absolutely not. Poetry, man, this is too deep for me. Ooh, guitar there. Eminem might have some competition. I think Patty's got the one up right here. That actually worked really well. I did think with the, you know, I've enjoyed the first two tracks a lot, but I was wondering how this style of music was going to carry a 9-minute runtime, and it absolutely did. Caught me off guard a little bit with the strength of her performance. Like, again, instrumentally, really cool track. Like the guitars, the pianos in there, the way that managed to kind of, you know, peak and then come back down to give a nice like flow to the instrumental. But it was her impassioned performance that really brought this whole thing around and made that length really work. What a vocalist, man. That's a great performance right there. I think that stream of consciousness structure is what gives it a lot of character. If this track had a more traditional verse, chorus, verse structure, I don't think it would be nearly as effective. Yeah, I think that would have stunted the track a bit and would have made that length more noticeable. I think you kind of get lost in that flow of it with how it's structured. You just really get absorbed in it. And even if I had kind of no idea what was going on lyrically, you know, I still think the imagery in there was pretty evocative, and you do just get caught up in it and sit along with the ride. Oh, the song recounts a fantastical vision of a young boy coping with his father's death. That'll be really interesting to kind of re-listen to with that full context, because that is addressed like sort of at the beginning of verse 1. I just think, you know, on that first listen, it's like, whoa, it kind of gets, you know, strange and abstract out of nowhere, but then with that context, that makes complete sense where that kind of dreamlike nature of it comes from, and that kind of context, once again, you know, a pretty dark influence to the writing once again. It's got to be a favorite. Carried that really well, and she was going off with the performance. Strong 8 to a low 9.
That's good.
Sick. Yeah, there's a lot of dark things on her mind, it seems like. So interesting. Let's see. We have a quote from Patti Smith about this. That's crazy. You could get quotes from the artist in the 70s. The song was inspired by the Book of Dreams, the childhood memoir of Peter Reich, son of radical psychoanalyst. Seems like a cool guy, Wilhelm Reich. There's a section in it where Peter describes a birthday party not long after his father died. He wandered outside and became convinced his father was coming down to get him and take him off in a spaceship. But what he thought was a squadron of UFOs revealed itself to be a flock of blackbirds. The story haunted me, and when we recorded Birdland, which was totally improvised, that's where the track went to. What a concept, man. Played out extremely well. That's actually kind of fire. I feel like that will be even better on a re-listen with further context as well. Really, really well executed. Let's see where we go from there, man. On to the next one. Track number 4, Free Money. All right, I like the sound of that. Let's go. Come on. I was hoping that sound effect would start to fade out before we fully got the track going right there. Ooh. Day free. Holy shit. She inspired Drake too. That's crazy.
Find a ticket.
And Kendrick, he was talking about something that ain't free.
Scoop the pearls up from the sea. Cash them in and buy you all the things you need. Every night before I rest my head, see those dollar bills go swirling at my bed.
Oh, that's building up fast. What the hell?
And don't be bad. I take that money, buy you things you never had. Oh, baby, it would mean so much to me. Oh, baby.
And like your boy from Compton said. What a banger. I actually really like that track.
I'll buy you a jet plane, babe. Get you on a high plane to a jet stream and take you through the stratosphere and check out the planet and then take you down deep where it's hot.
Yo, Sia with the bars, next level. That's that Patti Smith level rating. Let's go. Sia the poet. I was not expecting this one to pick up this quickly, but it's going hard, Colin. Energy is great here. Hey, free money till it's backwards. Let's go, man. I don't know who Money is, but she's pretty passionate about this. That's going crazy, man. Pace of this one's great. Hey, yo! 10 fastest Patti Smith verses? Damn. That was cool as fuck. What a track. I really enjoyed that one. That's got to be another favorite. The pace of that was fantastic. Really great energy going on here. And yeah, just very enjoyable all around. Polish Lavender was saying something in the chat that I wanted to check there. Yeah, this gives off vibes of a fast lifestyle that comes with pursuing money. Don't know if I'm reaching, like maybe criticism of capitalism. I can see that. That was hard, but it could have done with some Migos ad-libs. Hell yeah. Bands. We needed a little bands in there. Here's a going, Provider Square. I appreciate it. If you want to send something in, you can do that. Rules on how to do so are in the description below. Appreciate you dropping in right there. It really is a tragedy when you think about it. You know, really all they needed was the one wish Willow, all right? Wish for $1 billion. This song clearly influenced Obsession as well. It's a multi-influential project right here. Free Money was so fun. Strong 8 for that one as well. We're doing consistent on here.
That's good.
Imagine that Tom McDonald soundbite on the last bit of it. Now that's visionary right there. Yeah, I thought that one was so great. And the most energetic one so far. Wonderfully executed. All of this is coming across great. And these performances, man. Peak. Loving it. We got that global pulse here. Let's go. Incredible stuff. So let's see where we go from Free Money on to the next one. Track number 5, Kimberly. All right. Let's go. Free Money. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'll try and keep it in mind, Kenny. If I do any ratings on Album of the Year, they'll be after the stream, just in case I want to type out anything for them.
The sky will split and the planets will shift. Bows of jade will drop and existence will stop.
That sounds pretty severe.
Little sister, the sky is falling. I don't mind, I don't mind. Little sister, the fates are calling on you.
Hey, did someone say Mr. Worldwide?
I can't stand again this electric whirlwind, the sea rushes up my knees like flame, and I feel like just some misplaced Joan of Arc in the cars as you looking up at me. Oh baby, I remember when you were born. It was dawn and the storm settled in my belly, in the road, in the grass, in the spit at the gas, in the lit a match, in the void wind flash, in the sky split, and the planets hit. Bows of jade dropped.
Not a bad one so far.
And existence stop, stop.
Sounds like Racer Ghost has been hitting the roads for real now. I feel that. Trust me, Toronto drivers are awful for it, bro.
Young and crazy, so crazy I knew I could break through with you. So
Hey, I appreciate that. See you. Thank you for considering my pasta preferences right here. Pasta day of the week always falls on a stream day. It's honestly, it's a nice tradition.
Through the fields as the bats with their baby vein faces burst from the barn in flames in a violet violent
My glasses keep sitting weird on my face. I need some new ones, man. These are old as hell.
Your skull was like a network of spittle, like glass balls moving in like cold streams of logic, and I prayed as that lightning attacked that some will make it go crack. Some will make it go crack. Some will make it go crack. Some
Oh no, copyright warning over on the YouTube side of things. They don't want to see us win.
fall into the sea. It doesn't matter much to me, as long as you're safe, Kimberly. And I can gaze deep into your starry eyes, baby. Deep in your eyes, baby.
Honestly, Racer Ghost Pank Smith is sounding like a goat right now. A poet and sort of a big influencer of punk music and what it would go on to be. This, of course, is coming from someone who just found out about her today. Yeah, definitely won't be getting those control burner. Forgot that Job gets censored on the Twitch chat. Listen, we don't approve of jobs over here. Kimberly was a solid one. I'd say that's probably like the least a song has hit for me on this project so far, but it's still pretty cool what it is. Seems to be dedicated to, well, I would assume her sister, based off of the chorus, her younger sister. Yeah. In her memoir, Just Kids, Smith writes, "My mother gave birth to a fourth child whom we all pitched in to raise, a sickly, though sunny little girl named Kimberly." And there you go. That's basically what the whole track was dedicated to right here. I think it was one of the, you know what's funny is it's like one of the, at least from what I could tell, one of like the nicer kind of ones content wise so far. You know, the from what I could tell on the first listen, like the sort of least amount of painful subject matter went into this one. And that's kind of nice. But it was the one I preferred the least so far. I think the sound of this one was solid, but not the most gripping track. Still smooth, though. Probably would still give it a 7, but sadly, we've broken the 8 streak. We nearly got ratings of all 8s on an 8-track album. That would be, you know, pretty nice thematically, but we're not rating the album for a nice little theme throughout it. 7. Fair enough, it is rather static. I think that's, yeah, that's what it is right there. It just kind of maintains a bit too much of a static sound here. And I think maybe it also just feels like a little bit of a come down in a way, coming off of like the super energetic sound of Free Money. But maybe on re-listens, that'll work pretty nicely for like album pacing and whatnot. Still not bad though, like still solid with the 7 right there. Oh, hell yeah. Killjoy on a 65 stream streak. Hold on. Isn't the next stream the one where Vimpen hits a certain milestone? I believe it's the next one, right? Otherwise, it would have been mentioned today. Hold on. What is maybe my man is saying you should look at the track list for her 3rd album, Easter. There's an interestingly titled song in the track list for that one. Could I be fearful of what this is going to be? Let's see. Easter. She has an album from 2012 called Banger. It's because she just makes the bangers. Where is Easter on... Why is it not popping up on Genius? Strange. Oh, there it is. Oh! You know, for some reason, in my mind, I was thinking it's probably going to be something related to that word. I feel like that if you haven't checked it, I feel like that immediately gives away what it is. Where did that come from? What was the inspiration here? Wow. The first line of the Genius bio. That's an interesting one. Well, for now, let's linger on this project right here. So, this right here, next one we got on here, track number 6, Break It Up. We are one more track away from another 9-minute one on here, which looks to be kind of like a 3-part track, so that should be pretty interesting. Track number 6, Break It Up. Man, that was one hell of a boom right there.
Car stopped in a clearing, ribbon of life it was nearing. I saw the boy break out of...
It has its own Wikipedia page. That's how you know it's a whale one. Wait, that one, the album from Easter, has since been, or the song from Easter, has since been covered by several other artists, including Marilyn Manson. Alright.
I could hear the angel calling. We rolled on the ground. He stretched out his wings. The north flew away and he started to sing. He sang, oh, I don't understand.
You would definitely see it interestingly commonly on albums back then, Burner. Drums building up.
please.
Ooh. Hey, how's it going, Scully? I'm doing good. How about you?
I could feel my heart, it was melting. I tore off my clothes, I danced on my shoes. I ripped my skin open and then I broke through. I cried, break it on, and I understand.
Guitar there is sick. I'm also just occasionally glancing back at the Wikipedia page for that song. Bro, you have to check it out. In the second section in particular, the interview with a reporter from Rolling Stone for the song. Wild quotes in there, man. Love the guitar on this song. The guitar really stands out there. I would say wild bad. Colin. She said that if anyone was qualified to be a, you know what, it was Mick Jagger. All right. What a different time. Break It Up was a great song, though. All right, there was a bit of two conversations going on there. One about the song, one about track number 6 from her Easter album. But oh yeah, which isn't available on Spotify. It's grayed out. You can't listen to it. Interesting. I thought this one was pretty great, though. I really enjoyed that. I thought the guitars here were pretty fantastic. I feel like that was a standout instrumental part of this track. It's interesting comparing, like, I feel like some of the songs on this album have a bit more of like a kind of traditional song vibe to them, and then you have ones like Birdland, which is just like this stream of consciousness poetry. It's kind of interesting kind of going between these different styles of tracks, but I thought this was pretty great as a more traditional style of song on here. Really catchy. Very enjoyable stuff. I'm going to give that one an 8. Another great one. Polished lavender.
That's good.
Oh, wait, really? In a Green Day song? I didn't know about that one, Movie Madman. Yeah, so this request currently is the last one at the moment, Racer Ghost, and the queue is still open, but this right now is the last one we have, and we have 2 tracks left on it. The next one being another one of those 9-minute ones. I do think I need to take a quick bathroom break before we get into it. I was hoping not to do it until the end of the album, but apparently I've been guzzling down these liquids right here. Let me just... Some of the quote here, by the way. So yeah, she said that Mick Jagger was qualified to be that word, and then the reporter asked, "How is Mick Jagger qualified to be a N-word?" Smith said, "On our liner notes, I redefined the word as being an artist mutant that was going beyond gender." Okay. It's impossible to read this quote with some, like, with the self-censorship. It really doesn't kind of have that impact. You just need to go read it, really. Crazy. Yeah. Look, I'm just speaking the truth. See, these are, that phrase is the truth. I have no idea what's wrong with that. When did you start reading comics? It's a good question. Like, properly started collecting them probably around last year, I think. Yeah, I think it was last year, or like just at the end of 2024. But yeah, I really started collecting them like last year. And it's been a blast. It's been a blast. But yeah, you guys need to go, you know what, go read that Wikipedia page while I'm taking this bathroom break right here. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. We'll continue with this album. We got 2 tracks left on it, and then we'll either be at the end of the stream, or if you want to send anything else in, you can. The last 2 tracks are about 12 minutes in runtime, so we'll get around pretty quick to your request if you do send something in, but if not, it's all good. So we'll do some more, oh, this is Neptune's and Justin Timberlake type beat. That could be pretty smooth. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll be back in a minute. See you soon, and I'll get back to your questions there when I get right back.
cover, addicted to drugs in the gutter and drunker than anyone leaving the club. We go dumber than thugs, we got mullets and putters and multiple gunners that coming in Hummers. You under the rubber, you'll never recover.
Damn, the instrumental was pretty loud. Kind of goes hard though. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? We are back right here. So excited to get into these last couple of tracks right here. It's gonna be a blast, but real quick, Colin was asking over on the Twitch side of things, also Killjoy, saying, what have you been reading? So, you know, there's still like a couple comics I'm like reading at the moment that I still need to finish, because like I switch a lot between reading like novels, comics, and recently I've added another thing to the fold, which is manga as well. Like I got the first like deluxe hardcover of Berserk. All right, it's the way, like I feel like a lot of people kind of start on that, right? So I thought it looked really nice and might as well give it a spin. I've read just like the very first like chapter in it. It's pretty sick. I'm looking forward to reading more. Hey, how's it going, Racer Ghost? So that's what I'm reading at the moment. And then a couple other comics as well that I've still got to keep up with a little bit. So let's see what we're going to get hopping on to the next one right here. Next one we've got is track number 7. This is another 9-minute one. Hopefully it carries that length well, like Birdland did. This is Land Horses / Land of 1,000 Dances / La Merde. All right.
Boy was in the hallway drinking a glass of tea. From the other end of the hallway, a rhythm was generating.
We're going to get a multi-part track right here.
He merged perfectly with the hallway. He merged perfectly the mirror in the hallway. The boy looked at Johnny.
Damn, hell yeah, see it? I can't wait to read more of it. And the deluxe hardcovers are like gorgeous. They look so good.
He pressed him against a locker. He drove it in, he drove it home, he drove it deep in Johnny. The boy disappeared. Johnny fell on his knees, started crashing his head against a locker. Started crashing his head against a locker. Started laughing hysterically when suddenly Johnny gets a feeling he's being surrounded by horses, 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 horses coming in all directions, white, shining, silver, studs with their nose in flames. He saw horses, 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 horses. Do you know how to pony? Like Boney Maroney.
Okay.
Do you know how to twist? Well, it goes like this, it goes like this. Baby mashed potato. Do the alligator and the twister. Like your baby sister, promote your baby sister, you need your baby sister.
Okay, we got another energetic one going right here. Hey, I know some other things that she has made sound like that as well. See you. No worries, Racer Ghost. Hopefully, a good one, surely. That's true, Killjoy. It's like it's a whole nother world and format of reading. It's like, man, I've got so many things I need to read now. But I do love discovering new formats of it.
Can't you show me nothing but surrender?
A sperm coffin, eh?
Takes off his leather jacket, deep to his chest. There's the answer. He got penknives and jackknives and switchblades for birds. Switchblades for birds. They cry, they scream.
You snooze, you lose, movie man.
I push it through my brain, and I fill my nose with snow. And you go Rambo, go Rambo, go Rambo, and go Johnny, go and do the what to see. Oh, do the what to see.
Hey, in the Watusi.
There's a little place,
Ooh.
place called space.
The bridge legit sounds like something Forgiato Blow or Adam Calhoun would say on the questionable Patti Smith track. I didn't actually look at any of the lyrics on the song, I just saw the title. I see. Oh dear. He do be making some banging music though. I'll give her that. Thanks for that one, Uncomfortable Ghost. Oh no. Oh, that song. I am aware of it.
Found a stair, and I don't waste time, I just walk right up and saw that up there. There is a sea up there. There's a sea up there. There's a sea, sees the possibility. There's no land, there's land. There's no
just a sea
but the sea
of possibilities up there. There's a wall of possibilities up there. There are several walls of possibilities up there.
First possibility was the sea around me. I was standing there with my legs spread like a sailor. I felt
A lot going on this one.
on the screen, and I looked at Johnny and handed him
Exactly, see ya.
a branch of coral flame in the heart of a man. The waves were coming in like Arabian stallions, gradually lapping into seahorses. He picked up the blade and he pressed it against his smooth throat, spoon, and let it dip in the veins, dip in to the sea of possibility.
I feel like I say this a lot for like older music, but this is like pretty damn cool and creative for like mid-70s stuff, no?
Inside his cranium. Oh, we had such a brainiac or more, but no more. No more. I gotta move from my mind to the area. Gotta go and do the what you see. Yeah, do the what you see. Shot open, coiled snakes, white and shining, twirling and circling. Our lives are now entwined. We will for years.
Yeah, I feel you on that Sia and Killjoy. I need to read some Punisher stuff as well. I have like the whole, of course, you know, legally obtained Punisher Max comics by Garth Ennis on my iPad. I can't wait to read through that. I've been meaning to for a while.
Too unbelievably smooth, like laying in the sea, No possibilities were
Nice energetic one right there.
laid, shining.
No way, she performed that one track as recently as 2019. Bold, very bold.
And there was a red stream.
But yeah, I can't wait to read Punisher Max.
Through the sand,
Looking forward to it.
like fingers, like arteries. Between the eyes
So much to read.
of a horse.
I need all the free time in the world, man. I'm a slow reader, unfortunately. The Punisher and Eminem crossover comic. I have not, you fear.
Opened his throat. His vocal cords started
Sounds interesting.
of a horse had pituitary glands. The scream he made, my heart so high, my heart that nobody heard. No one heard that cry. No one heard the butterfly flapping in his throat. Nobody heard. He was on that bed was like a sea of jelly. So
Interesting. Okay.
first his vocal cords shot up possibility had pituitary glands. It was a black tube.
There's so much going on in this song that it is kind of, it's even kind of hard to follow on like the Genius transcription, because you got a lot of parentheses. All right, there's a lot of lines going on like at the same time throughout this, or like overlapping. So I'm gonna be honest, not really lyrically following it at all, but carries its length pretty well still. Pretty energetic as well. Some segments to it that are a bit more like typical song-esque, but hey, I can appreciate the vibes here for sure. Ooh, drum beat's pretty sick on its own as well. Hey. Ooh. Damn, we needed to hear her laying down some bars over that. That was pretty cool though. I do think on a first listen, Birdland is the sort of like stronger 9-minute track, but this one is like very catchy in its own right for sure, a very energetic one. And you know, maybe part of that is just, I mean, Birdland wasn't necessarily super easy to follow on a first listen as well, not like having any kind of context going into it. But yeah, this one I more so just got lost in the sound and the vibe of it. I still think it's pretty damn solid for what it is. I just think Birdland is one of those ones you get lost in a lot easier. Still got lost a decent amount in this one, but not to the degree of Birdland. So I think I would give that one, it may still be an 8 though, just a bit of a lower one. Yes, sirski. For sure, ski. Also, oh, another one from Racer Ghost. Thank you very much, man. All right, 2 songs currently in the queue after this album right here. Let's go. Hopefully that was a good fuck it from Racer Ghost and not a doubling down on the torture fuck it. Colin is saying, I'm just thinking about the structure when I hear it for the most part. Maybe you come back to it and appreciate the lyrics or whatever. I mean, there's a lot to enjoy with this project as well. Even like, you know, so even if some of the writing is maybe a little more, you know, poetic and doesn't immediately click exactly what it's going for or exactly what every line is saying on that first listen, yeah, there's definitely, it's one of those ones you do want to come back to, right? Because I feel like there's some stuff that could be abstract, but it doesn't necessarily, it misses out on the sounding good part, right? So it's like, not really sure if I want to revisit that and dive through some of the more like poetic or, you know, layered stuff in there. But this has like a lot going for it on the catchiness, the performance, the instrumental side of things, that it's like, I do want to come back to it and go through the lyrics a bit more and dive into those things that are, you know, maybe not immediately understandable within the writing. So yeah, still a lot to it for sure. For sure. Best guide to Punisher I could ever give, read Punisher Max. Definitely want to start there and then go to his War Machine arc, and every single solo series he has forward is pretty peak. Yeah, I need to do that. There's so much I want to read as well. And then I remember I got that Humble Bundle a while back with like Image Comics from the 2010s, and there's like so many cool looking Image Comic series. And the only one I've really read so far from that is Ice Cream Man. Ice Cream Man is great, but there are other ones that are more like linear stories that I want to read through as well. So much quality. I'm so happy I got into comics because there's just so much cool shit out there within that medium. I never thought I would be into them like that because I was, you know, always more of a, you know, sophisticated novel reader, all right? But there's so much cool stories in there, man. So many. I'm a reader who does not have his grammar down. Let's go. Ice Cream Man, because we be so cold with it. Hold up.
We the best music.
That's what's up. Oh, one more track left to go right here. Great ice cream reference right there as well. See ya. Let's go. It is a great hook. I completely get it, see ya. So next one is our final track on Patti Smith's Horses. It's called Elegy? Let's go. Much shorter one, 2 minute 41, the shortest one on the entire thing, actually. Hopefully, we're closing that out on a good note. What a like fun and interesting, forward-thinking project, though. Ooh. Huh. Bro, throwing some drums in there, I could hear ASAP Rocky coming in over this beat. Oh.
I just don't know what to do tonight. My head is aching as I drink and breathe. Memory falls like cream in my bones.
Hey, yo. Don't worry, I'll let that past the auto mod racer ghost. Oh yeah, also Frank Miller's Daredevil as well. See, so much to read, so much cool stuff out there.
Something I can dream tonight.
Daredevil in general, I haven't read any so far.
Filled with the moves of you.
Oh my god, I was halfway through season 1 of Daredevil. So much to watch as well. So many things to do, man. So many things to take in. Woo. This one's going off, man.
Trumpets, violins, I hear them.
True movie man.
And my skin emits a ray, but I think it's sad.
Bro, she's kind of in her zone on this one. You're now watching The Throne. Don't let her get in her zone.
But our friends can't be with us today.
Okay. Bro, that production is... That's sample material, man. It was sampled in a Backwash song. Okay. Backwash sampled it in Black Magic featuring Ada Rook. That could be worth a listen. I think that's some, like, prime sample material right there. But even, you know, in its own right, take nothing away from the track itself, that was really sick for something that's like 2 minutes, 41 seconds, shortest on the album by far. I thought the production there was like absolutely stunning. The vocals there, we got some like, you know, like straight up beautiful singing on there. I thought everything about that one was pretty great. That actually might be a little favorite. Hey, how's it going, Scarecrow? Good to see you here, my man. I'm going to give that one an 8, and that might actually be a favorite right there. Oh, Danny Brown's an even better shout than Rocky, I feel like. Yeah, that would be fantastic.
That's good.
Nice. Well, there we go. That's half of the album on the favorites list. Can't go too wrong with that. So thank you for sending that one in, Colin. Something a little bit different from our dose of ecstasy. Instead, we got some horses and pretty interesting stuff. 1975, some proto-punk right here. I thought this made for a really interesting listen and had some real quality on here. I guess Patti Smith is kind of slapped on a little bit nowadays in certain ways, because it's really interesting to go back this early and just, you know, see this kind of set the tone in a certain way. I thought a lot of the performances were pretty much all of the performances, maybe outside of like one that was a little more static for me instrumentally and performance wise on like Kimberly, I think it was, but overall the performances here were really energetic, really compelling. The vocal inflections, the way she used her voice here was really gripping on these tracks. Honestly, I feel like the instrumentals on this first listen almost took a little bit of a back seat for me, because while that is great in its own right, and that's something that you can focus a little bit more on re-listens. I mean, there were plenty of great like guitars throughout here, for example. That's not a knock on the production. I just think her performances are so compelling and bold that that's the thing you focus on the most on a first listen. I think there's a lot here that is that makes the idea of a re-listen very enticing, to come back through it, dive a little bit more into the poetic writing of it, and, you know, get even more out of that. It's something I'd definitely be happy to do. Also, I just realized the YouTube stream got clipped. Sorry, I was in my zone right there. I was going stream of consciousness. Oh, wait, we're back. What the fuck? I guess the YouTube stream is back. I was yapping for so long that we came back on here. Now, I don't know if that puts the YouTube stream at a bigger risk of getting a quicker copyright block, but maybe we'll keep it rolling. We'll keep it rolling and see how it goes. So yeah, it can come back. I think if you're doing the same album, it's, you know, more of a risk that it will get instantly clapped quicker, but maybe we'll just keep it rolling on this one and see if we can make it last. But yeah, I was in my zone there, giving my thoughts on the album. But I don't know how much of it the YouTube side of things missed. My bad, I didn't notice that right there. But overall for this album, I think that's a pretty easy 8 for Patti Smith's Horses. Let's go.
That's good.
Hell yeah. Thank you for sending that one in, Colin. Favorites list for this one is stacked. It's literally half the album. Gloria, Birdland, Free Money, and Elegy. And no least favorites. The one I did rate the lowest was Kimberly, but lowest here was a 7. It was still a very smooth track, just a little bit static compared to everything else on here, but still a very cool song in its own right. So there we go. Thank you very much for sending that one in, Colin. And, oh, thank you for that one, Scarecrow. Really appreciate that. We got like a kind of EP length one right here. Thank you for that one, man. So there we go. We got 2 songs and then sort of like an EP length one now. Hell yeah. Thank you very much, man. You were in your zone and we were watching the throne. Hold on.
We the best music.
I can smell what the movie Man is cooking. Let's go. That's a crazy bar, Polish Lavender, but you know what? I respect it. I respect it. Racer Ghost is saying, I'm more scared for my first request than you probably are. Now that's interesting. We'll see how that goes. We shall see. But yeah, during that track, I was just thinking, man, I need to pick back up Daredevil again, because I was like genuinely thoroughly enjoying the first season. And then I guess, you know, you just get caught up with life sometimes. And unfortunately, we're not allowed in this life to spend all our time just watching things or reading things we're interested in. So yeah, I guess I just got caught up with other stuff and dropped it, but I need to get back on it because it was some peak. I really, really loved it. All right. Well, let's hope we don't get blocked quickly on the YouTube side of things for anything else. But once again, thank you very much for sending in this album, Colin. I'd definitely be interested in coming back to it and, you know, maybe checking out some other Patti Smith albums and, you know, maybe seeing what that very standout, in a kind of bad way, standout title in her discography is all about, that one song. It's I'm always interested in controversial tracks, and that certainly is one, I think you could say. So maybe I'll have to check out Easter. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for that album, Colin, and let's see what we get hopping on to our next request of the day. Still got a good chunk of the queue left now. So next one comes in from Uncomfortable Ghost. I'm aware of this track. I might have heard it once before, and I don't know if hearing it again is going to be the best. Yeah. Yeah. So, Uncomfortable Ghost. Do we have a tip message for this one? I believe we do. It's loading. Streamlabs is slow. Uncomfortable Ghost is saying, I'm sending this on stream to torture you with once, and then I never want to hear this ever again. Bro, that means something, all right? If Racer Ghost is saying, listen, I'm sending this torturous song in once and then never again, that stands for something, man. That means something. Also, Racer Ghost is saying I have a 14-minute controversial song that I plan on sending in at some point. That is going to be something. I don't know why I picked up a pen, all right, but we're vibing out here. Vibing? Vibing. So, PP Cocaine, which is an interesting name in its own right, with the song DDLG. I'm sure, you know, that makes the Uncomfortable Ghost username here make sense immediately. God, even the cover for this song is pretty repulsive. Like, come on, man. It's just not pleasant to look at. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we're going to get right here. And maybe it'll be like a good sounding track, even if some of the lyrics aren't the best. But let's find out. Produced by Spain the Goat. Let's go. Oh, Streamlabs doesn't want to let me play this. It's trying to save me. It's trying to save me. Let's go. Oh no. Do you ever write things down? You know, I do write video ideas down sometimes. I feel like it can help me.
I'm a little cum slut, short and loud. Bend me over and I will shout. I'm a little cum slut, short and loud.
I don't like this already.
You thought this was your average lullaby?
No. No, I didn't. Most lullabies don't have those words. To sleep. How many streams does this have? It's too many, whatever it is. $36 million. We didn't even get a good instrumental, bro. Oh! Okay, okay. I'm sorry to pause it, but the blocks do become more common if you don't start a new stream. Okay, okay, hold on. Hold on, we will start a new stream, so the blocks, ooh. Why?